Alright, so hold on. Poll. I don't know what to make the poll. How? Let me see. Let me see. I don't know. I was gonna try to make a poll, but I don't know what to make the poll, bro. I'm trying. What's good? I'm trying. What's good, everybody? Where you from? Let me know. Go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. All 12 of y'all, all 20 of y'all. Make sure y'all sub. Are you from Denmark? That's what's up, bro. How is it out there? I'm trying to make this make sense, man. It's not making any sense. What's good, Dave? This is crazy, bro. I swear. And now the wind wants to blow. It hasn't done that in approximately 10 to 15 minutes. What's good, though? Got you. What's good, man? What's good? So this video is about dating. You know what I'm saying? For y'all who don't know the channel, don't know what I talk about. Hold on, let me make sure the headphones is right. You know what I'm saying? How I sound in the headphones, y'all? How I sound? How I sound? I like this jacket, man, because this jacket got the little pouch in the front. Put my headphones in there. So anyway, what's good from Brazil? What's good? What's good? So this video gonna be a little different, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that is so important about being a YouTuber and making content is that your stuff gonna always it's gonna always be a new stage to your life, a new level to your life. And I think a lot of guys stay stuck and trapped in phase one of life. A lot of people stay trapped in phase one of life. They don't understand how to elevate. Nobody's teaching them how to elevate. Nobody cares if they elevate. So you got to learn everything from genuinely figuring it out. And I feel like, you know, I'm 30 years old, 30 years young. Like a lot of people, I got another video later that's going to be fire too. So y'all subscribe and stay tuned for that. It's gonna be fire. It's a lifestyle video. It's not just about dating, but all of these bits of life all fit and make the big puzzle. It's all the same thing. Cause how you were raised is gonna be how you were raised is gonna bleed into how you handle yourself with women and how you connect with the world, with friends and everything, politics, worldviews, all that. And then you got how you who you really are, which is two different things, right? How you were raised and who you really are not the same thing. So like there's people there's people on the planet that already in their head they got an image of who they see you as, right? So a lot of people fall into that mold automatically. Like, oh, this is how y'all see me, so this is how I'm gonna move. I don't already live the life of that. People think because I'm 30, I'm young. Or some people try to say, "Oh, you 30, you getting older," and it's like both of those are wrong. Both of those are dead wrong. I'm literally dead smack in the middle of young and old. Like I'm literally in the middle. Like the average black person expectancy rate to pass away is at like 60 or 60 something, which people are scared of that. But listen, I'm not wishing that on nobody, but I'm just saying 30 is and it's an age where, like I told you, I can't really care what people think about me, but at the same time, I also still can act young. You know what I'm saying? I still could go to clubs, parties, and I still can. And it's not like when you get 60, you can't do those same things. But a lot of people that's older than me, I feel like they try to like make it seem like I'm getting older. But it's like, bruh, it's not about my age either. It's about how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because I work out. You know what I'm saying? I understand health. I understand eating healthy. I understand a lot of dynamics that make it to where I don't feel old. Otherwise, if I'm eating Chick-fil-A every day and McDonald's, yeah, I'm gonna start feeling stressed and I'm gonna start feeling like an older person, which is just, you feel sick, which I guess they're thinking that because you feel sick at 25 that you're getting old. People will tell you you're getting old when you're not. That's what I'm basically trying to say. But there are people who are somewhat, because if I'm 30 and I look up and there's people that's older than that, like 30, even 34, 35, right? And I'm not talking about people who are like older than that. I'm just talking about like people around my age, like cousins and shit, like 35 to 40. So the reason why I'm saying all of this is because I hate when these headphones keep doing that. And I hate these little ass apartments too, bro. I swear to God, bro. Now I got this new app that talk about like it's an audio book app. That shit fire. Like I ain't even been on it in a couple days because that shit too fire. Like you fuck around and get lost on that shit. Be on that shit all day. Q&A. Damn, let me find that. Let me see. Do you feel old? That's what I'm gonna say right here. Do you feel old? Yes or no? I'm gonna just put this here for now. A lot of people, it's like that's the topic that I'm concerned with because a lot of people I'm concerned because people be wanting me to feel like I'm getting older, bro. And I'm like, bro, I'm not even nowhere near old. Like 30 years old, bro. Like that's 15. That 10 years ago I was 20. 5 years ago I was 25. 25? Now let's do the math. 25. 30 is your prime time. Like, and a lot of people don't want you to look at that because that means you're gonna actually capitalize on it. Like that's like knowing you got $1 million under your bed mattress. I said $100, $1,000, $1,000,000. Literally. So your youth is actually a gold mine, not only for financial purposes, but for dating purposes too. Shout out to my boy FaZe, bro. FaZe be putting me on some game. $1 billion, yes, yes. Shout out to Bear. Cause bro, a lot of young people that's 30, 25, even 35, 40, feeling like they getting old. And it's people that's gonna help you feel that way too. They're gonna let you know, like, yeah, you getting old, bro. You need to hurry up and do this with your life. You need to hurry up and do that. And that type of talking is not really to me, it's like a spell. It's like a spell, bro. Like you know how they tell you birthdays is a spell? Like we wasn't hearing that growing up, but now you be hearing that sometimes, and it makes sense. Cause I'm the most happiest when I'm not even thinking about age at all. I'm not thinking about no age at all. I'm just thinking about the time and the moment that I'm in. Soon as you say you're 25, you know you're getting older. You need to finish this, and you'll go do that with yourself before, because one day you're gonna need to lean back on this. Oh hell, I don't like that type of talk. Even though a part of me, because I am 30, a part of me, because I am 30, I know what the fuck they talking about. Just off of just me being 30. Like, cause I'm not no young nigga no more, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no YN. I'm like big bro or unk type vibe. You know, cause I have a niece and nephew, so I will go with unk, but I still don't even feel like an uncle, bro. I feel like I'm a teenager for real. I literally feel like that, but I know there's a difference, you know what I'm saying? Like when I see a YN, I know like nah, you really a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? But because I've been there before, you know, like I'm not. It's not like I just spawned out of nowhere. I've been in high school. You know what I'm saying I've been 21 before. I've been 19 before. So, but it's the people who try to box you in based off your age is crazy. Like when the sky is the limit, bro. The sky is the limit, and it's like all we got is time to figure out what we doing. But people try to force you into a position where you can only make a limited amount of decisions from that position. Like, and that's the thing about it, bro. That's why I'm making this video. You're gonna get not only out of women, but out of life what you feel that you deserve. That's that's where this title came from. Because I swear to God, as long as y'all let women define, hold on, I don't know if these headphones is getting on my nerves, man. I should throw these black ones on, see if they see what happens. All right, so we back. He who dances too close to the fire of Sean Combs may find that fame's light also casts a long, dangerous shadow. The tallest tower in the village is always the first to argue with lightning about respect. Lightning? Lightning about respect. Here we go with these analogies and philosophies about being feeling good about yourself. Don't be too cocky. Don't be too tall. Don't be like, and I don't like the way you worded that. Like you use the word tall, like as if like like when you use the word tall, that implies that it's something that you can't help about yourself. Like I'm naturally tall, so that's a bad analogy. Like I'm naturally a pretty boy, naturally light skinned, naturally sexy. So anybody who tries to humble me, I have an automatic smoke with. Like I don't like you if you try to humble me. Like I don't care if you use religion or not. But here's the crazy part. Anyway, like I was telling y'all, man, it's the same thing with women, man. Listen, women gonna try to humble y'all. Like they're gonna try because it's gonna be like, damn, this nigga right here, either he think I'm soft or either he think I'm easy. This is what their brain is gonna tell them. Because remember, women are not logical, but they're in positions to act logical these days. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna think like, oh, this guy's out of pocket. He's out of line, and he's fucking with my nervous system. Like, why do he think that he's able to be this way or that way? You know what I'm saying? That's a natural side effect of you being exactly who the fuck you think you are. And a lot of people are going to be estranged by your expectations. Like I made a video the other day talking about women's expectations. They have expectations. And sometimes their expectations is not going to match your expectations. And that's when, like he said, the tallest building in the world is going to argue with lightning. That's actually a good analogy because women are like the weather. You can't predict the weather. So whenever you go out here approaching a lot of women, all you're going to realize is that they're all different, which is going to leave you in, it's going to leave you at bay. It's going to leave you at sea. It's going to leave you lost. Because imagine being lost for months after months. You know what I'm saying? Just like going to the army or doing something new. You're going to be lost for months after months because you're going to be like, damn, the last chick I talked to moved this way. And the chick I'm talking to now is moving this way. And that's going to make you feel what you shouldn't even never ever have to. But the world we living in, you got to feel your way through certain shit because the information online and your family members have zero game. So you have to actually figure it out for yourself. That's why if a nigga gets some game, he not just gonna give it to somebody because it's like, nigga, I got war wounds for this from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's literally a battlefield. Because like I told you, the thing about women is they're all about control. Like especially nowadays, like guys think that women are angels and shit. Like, because we raised by what mom, right? So we think women are angels and shit like that. But from what I've picked up, from what they've put down, I mean, keep thinking that shit if you want. But I'm not saying they devils. I'm just saying that women have their own biology. They have their own nature. And if you think that they don't, if you think that they don't feast on simps, you crazy. If you think they don't feast on simps, then bro, you're crazy, bro. That's literally what they do. They literally, they literally feast on simps. They literally like. Hold on, let me see the comments because I'm not even looking. Hold on. He who waters his own garden in the village square should not be surprised when stones, not flowers, are returned. I like that analogy. Are you locked out? Nah. What's good? What's the haps? What's good, John? No, you don't. What you mean, no, you don't? Who hurt you? Why do you think about women like that? I can't be trolled, baby. I don't know if you're a girl or not, but I can't be trolled. You feel me? So please stop the shenanigans. Nobody has hurt me. I've only learned lessons throughout my lifetime. I'm like impossible to hurt, especially emotionally. Like I told you, emotions are for females. So listen, we all have emotions, but y'all are supposed to live in them, not us. So I can't be hurt. I can only learn. Because after I feel something, I'm gonna go back to my logical terrain and I'm gonna realize that it was probably some emotional person that projected onto me something. That's usually all that happens in America. Men are not emotional creatures. If the world was full of men, it'd be 100% logic every day. Like, but from my life, it's always a woman that is projecting that energy. And again, when once our expectations don't line up, so like, you ever heard the saying like, don't meet your idols, don't meet your celebrities you look up to, because they might not act the way you want them to act. That's you expecting something from somebody that you really don't know. So expectations in general is emotional to a degree. It has a percentage of emotions in it. But what I tell guys is you should expect things of yourself, right? When you go on a date, when you go out here, you approach women, when you go on dates and you meet women, you should not expect nothing from a stranger because they have no history showing you that they're this type of person. So the first thing guys usually expect from women is sex off the rip. Like you seen her, that's why you approached her. You seen her hips, you seen something about her. You said I would f her, and then you carry that mission out. And the average guy is buck broken when that doesn't happen. He's buck broke, literally. It's not bullshit. It's literal. Go out here, ask your family members, your brothers, your sons, whoever. Bet you they got their heart broke. It is because they expected that girl to be something that she's not. It has nothing to do with the girl herself, but it has something to do with what he expected. To say that men are 100% logical is crazy. How? Okay, we have emotions, but they're not something we're supposed to actually be like, how can I say? We're not supposed to be like, what's a good word for this? We're not supposed to live there. Y'all are supposed to live there. We're supposed to just understand, like, damn, okay, that bitch rejected me, that hurt. But like, who cares? See, y'all don't even understand our language. When we try to talk to women, y'all get confused. Y'all like, how the fuck? Y'all don't even understand what we be saying half the time. Like, we saying something that's too logical for your system won't hear, your system won't understand. That's why I tell guys, don't take women. You can't even take them that serious because it's like you're gonna start acting like a woman. Then they're gonna think you sassy. And they're gonna be like, who hurt you? They either gonna think you sassy or hurt, but they never gonna think that you just disagree with some shit. Like, cause that's the fucking most driest logical thing, that he just might not agree with what I'm saying. No. He don't just not agree with what I'm saying. He's hurt. There's something deeper going on. And that's okay, because again, that's the case for a lot of guys. So again, me becoming a dating coach, it only makes me more logical and more rational, because even trying to explain something to a woman is an emotional act. So it's not even like the key to game is to not even don't even go into a room full of women unless those women understand who you are and what you're about. Because if you go into like a podcast or something like that, like, and it's like 8 women, the ratio is off. 8 to 8. If it's 2 to 1, for every one guy, there's 2 women. just like watch a Fresh and Fit podcast and you'll see that women just naturally agree with each other. So it's best to just be quiet when you get around women. And even then, they'll be like, oh, like let's try to get him to talk. Like if you're quiet, they'll try to get you to talk because they're like, that's women prey on guys, fellas. They do, literally. And that's something that is not talked about. Something that's not talked about. Like sometimes I just gotta sit back and look and be like, damn, like I might subscribe to a YouTube channel of a guy that's making some red pill points. Like I was subscribed to this guy who's making some red pill points about women, but it was a girl right here and a girl right there on the porch, like I am right now, while he was talking. And while he was making his video, the girls was talking over the nigga. Yeah, lifestyle coach first. Dating is a part of life, right? So, do the math. But anyway, there was a girl right here and a girl right here. And it probably was a family member or a girl he was dating or whatever. And the guy was talking, making his video like I'm making, and the girls was talking over him. So he started showing an attitude, like saying something back, like, yeah, because these women would rather have a knucklehead that's like this than to have a guy in a suit, da-da-da-da-da. And it was funny because I felt his energy and I knew, like, yo, bro, like these women testing the shit out you, right? And so the best bet is to don't even be around them bitches. Like I'm telling you, man, like, cause like what you around them for? Cause they're not gonna change. Like women don't change. People don't really change. You really gotta literally be away from them in a physical form. And even then, they're still the same old bitch, but it's just like they're gonna think about you a little bit at that point. Like, okay, now he was a good guy, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I should have treated him a little better. But even in that situation, it's like, damn, you had to do all that just to get them to see. But that's not respect, in my opinion. So if someone disrespects you, they just don't respect you. That's how I see life. And again, that should not traumatically affect you. If it does, that's because you're too close to people who don't respect you. You know what I'm saying? So we could talk more about respect in other videos, but this video is it's kind of about that, but not really. I believe respect and sex kind of goes hand in hand. Like if someone respects you, they're gonna want to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? If they don't respect you, they're not gonna want to fuck you. And a lot of women think that it's about them. They think everything in the world revolves around their fucking ass. And guys have to ask themselves, are they being immature or are they just being honest? Are you being immature or are you just being honest? Chill out, shorty, with that bitch bashing. Yo, explain how I'm bitch bashing, bro. Ice said, you on your mommy's phone, hop off. You too unemployed to be concerned over these things, bro. To say that men are 100% logical is crazy. How old are you, little buddy? Snitched on by another. What? $22. So yeah. Anyway, this video is titled, You're Gonna Get What You Feel Like You Deserve Out of Life, not necessarily what a woman feel like you deserve. So a lot of y'all guys out here, y'all let women break y'all, like I said, and it's like rejection should never ever do that to you. And rejection is not always rejection. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys on YouTube is painting the picture like let me explain something to y'all. A lot of people paint the picture like if you listen to them, that's the thing. If you give a lot of people right now on YouTube, they're not no longer like how the early 2000s were like running around, like playing basketball, having fun. In that era, because that's exactly what it was. In that era, people were more closer to the ground. They were closer to the real world. They were doing things that were more defiant. It defined them. It defined them as a human being. It gave them character to a degree. Now, the world we live in now, you can still build character. You can still do things that build character and stuff like that. You just got to make something out of yourself today, opposed to before. Before you were going to be some defined as something, a basketball player. You know, it was like too much shit was going on. You were going to do something. What's good, Prince? How you, bro? Catch me up to speed about about what's going on. So what I'm trying to say is that like dating is like either going to be something in your life that's going to make y'all great or it's not. Because a lot of guys let dating ruin them. A lot of guys let women ruin them. And I've seen that pattern in certain times. You know, because anything could ruin anything. A friend could ruin you. A friendship could ruin you. A bad friendship, a bad partner, a bad anything. And the thing to me is guys got to understand the difference between their expectations. Appreciate you. I don't know if you're trying to be facetious, scravis, but the thing that makes a guy, you got to understand what I'm trying to put down real quick. Y'all got to understand your expectations. All right, so your expectations can either why guys go wrong when it comes to expectations is because they build their expectations from their own expectations of like this is what makes guys a nice guy right here. I'm gonna break this shit down once and for fucking all. If you don't be outside like that, if you don't be outside like that, if you don't be outside like that, and if you don't be outside like that, and you create like, if you don't be outside like that, or like in the real world, you be surrounded by losers all the time or whatever, and you create expectations of what you think. If you create expectations of what you think a woman should act like from there, you're going to be highly disappointed. That's basically what I'm trying to say, because 50% of it is going to be right because you're not stupid. You know how a feminine woman supposed to act. But then 50% of that shit is going to always hit the wall naturally. You're going to always hit walls over and over monthly. You're going to hit walls with women because you're not the walls you want to hit. You're going to hit like a brick wall, metaphorically, weekly or monthly, because they're all going to behave unique. This is the part that people not telling you. They telling you how to approach and go on dates, but they're not telling you the real backdrop of female nature and how they all are not only got the same, they like it's like they're the same but they're different, which is gonna fuck your brain up because you're gonna be like in no man's land. You're gonna be like you're gonna be lost with no GPS. Like I just made a video about indicators of interest. That's the bare minimum. That's just how you know a woman is kind of feeling you. Like, that's not how you know she's not going to try to do something crazy to you, or that's not how you don't know all of this deeper, crazy real world shit. That's just how you know that she's not going to like stop texting you or some shit. And even then, you really don't know because you have to have enough game to make the conversation make sense. So it's like, it's not even like you could just rely on just that. Now, yeah, if a woman's interested when she first meets you, it's a good chance that she's not going to fucking run for the hills or some shit. But at the same time, if your conversation is whack or you don't form like a, if your shit not the way, because again, you have expectations, but so does she. This is where guys go wrong. You have to count for both, because you're dealing with a human being. See, a lot of people think I like probably will watch my content and like, oh, he don't really respect women. Look at how he's talking. But then when they really listen to the deeper shit I'm saying, they're like, oh nah, he does respect women. Fuck out of here, man. My bad, y'all. That was a B. Motherfucker try to come over here fast and shit. Try to blitz me real quick. Yeah, that wasn't nothing but the devil right there, man. But listen, your expectations can hurt you, because you got to realize these women for the first 3 months are nothing but a complete stranger. Nothing but a complete stranger. And they're going to remind you of that. That's why y'all be so hurt, because y'all be thinking like, okay, I met this chick, she cute, whatever, she vibing. That's y'all word, right? She vibing. We having a good time. No, you having a good time, nigga. Hold on, let me see. You are so wise, Grandmaster Will. I like that name, man. Grandmaster Will, I like that name, bro. I might have to run with that at some point. Damn, man. Get this bullshit off my hat. I got a lint roller in there, man. I need to use that motherfucker. Man, shit, bullshit, bro. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna just try to greet that girl a few more times before I ask her out. My grandpa recommended that. I always was thinking of that. Well, yeah, man. Always follow what your granddad's saying too, man. You could learn some game from me, but your granddad might or might not have game, but you're here because of him. So always take account what he's saying to a degree. You know what I'm saying? No, don't follow nobody fully, because you still got to leave some room for your own intuition. And that's where a lot of guys fail, in my opinion. They like, you could use people as a life raft so you don't drown, but don't forget to think for yourself. And you know, that to me, that's me. That's how I learned. Because again, you could. I feel like I love my granddad, but I don't feel like he's like he's not. He don't know like exactly. I don't know, because like people from back then, the women were different. You feel me? So it's like you gotta understand how to learn just as well as how to play the game. Like, so if what he tell you work, then cool. But if it don't get discouraged. Even if she like don't, this is the whole video I'm making right now. Like, y'all can't be discouraged by women, bro, because women will discourage you on purpose. That's the whole fucking plot twist of being a woman. The whole plot twist of being a woman is to try to unearth his manliness and his mysteriousness. Like it's literally almost like a war. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you, because it's like, here's the thing. Guys should start looking and approaching 15 women a day. This is why I say it, but I'm never gonna stop saying it. I'm never gonna stop saying this, because it's gonna always stand the test of time. It's gonna always stand the test of time. Because how can you not get hurt if you are talking to just her and she's acting like a moving object? She's moving like a moving. You're trying to deal with her. You're trying to make this shit make sense, but she's doing things to kind of like, hold on. She's doing things to kind of make this shit hard for you. like a woman this is what they call it, a woman that's being difficult. Sorry, that's what they that's the term I heard over the years of my life. A woman that's being difficult. That's a funny term because it's like some coaches like, man, if she's acting difficult, she don't like you. I agree, nigga. Damn. So if she don't like me, then why do but here's the thing, they will text you and they will even chill with your ass and don't really like you like that. And that's the video. That's this video right here. A lot of y'all guys are gonna be distressed because y'all put your hopes into these women. I wouldn't say I put y'all feelings, but hope is kind of like a feeling. It is kind of like an emotion. Faith, hope, whatever. See, a real player has zero faith in women. He don't hate women, but he doesn't have a reason to put any faith in a woman. It's very light care. He has almost no care. There's almost no care. And that's what women are banking on with you, is that you do care. You understand? That's what makes a guy a good guy, because he cares. Shout out to Tupac. I love him to death, but he was a good guy. What did he say? Tupac cares and don't nobody else care. Why the fuck don't nobody, you ever ask yourself, why don't nobody else care? You can't care. Care will kill. Care kills. Comfort and care will kill. You know what I'm saying? But you can't care. Like, when the last time y'all met a player, I'm sure even if you're not a player, you know somebody or someone in your school that got game. If you seen him talk to a woman, which I did, you know what I'm saying? I've been around not only one player, but a multitude. But I'm thinking of one right now. This motherfucker, yeah, he's human, but motherfuckers don't be moving like they human. Motherfuckers be moving like niggas be moving like robots. Like, niggas don't care the way, what's that player? It's a guy on YouTube, you like, turn your care down. Now, that's some real shit. I forgot his name right now. But if he watched this, he gonna know who he is. Turn your care down. That nigga ain't lying. So credit to him. I don't know his name right now. I think somebody even told me about his channel is why I subscribed to him. Turn your care down, nigga. You ain't gonna survive in no game. Like, that's like being in the fucking Pacific Ocean, knowing that there's sharks, squid, box jellyfish, fucking electric eels. This is nature. How can you care? That's what a woman gonna look at you and think in her head when she find out you care. What type of nigga care? Not no nigga that I fuck. I remember that song. Yeah, Pop was that nigga, but I'm just saying, you can't care. The more you care, the more vulnerable and fragile you are. That's what women care. Nowadays, they act like they don't care because they know that that's gonna hurt a bitch ass nigga that do care. But if you really don't care, then they have to be in their feminine. But if you fake like you don't care, they're gonna stay in their masculine, which is the crazy part, because it's not about game, it's about science and biology at that point. Because guys be acting like they don't care, but they really care. Just like you, Prince, I tried to tell you, like, listen, I'm not telling you nothing. Like, I'm not one of these dating coaches that's gonna try to tell you something just so you could become, a fucking Patreon subscriber or some shit. I'm letting you know. Hold on. Hold on, let me see. She's always, wait, hold on, let me see. Damn, hold on. I saw her watching a golf match on her computer, so she's definitely a snowball. Okay, she's white? I didn't know that. See, all of these details matter, bro. All of these details matter. All of these details matter, bro. That's actually a big detail. Shout out to the Kylie Jenners of the world. I think I got a crush on her right now. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Kylie Jenner. Hopefully you see this video at some point. You know, Kim Kardashian was a little too old for me. I was still a lad at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I missed that boat. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't that attracted to her anyway. But Courtney and Kylie. Now I had a crush on Courtney. I ain't gonna lie. Courtney. Like I liked Kim because she was the star, but then I looked at Courtney. I was like, damn, you look better than Kim. Is it Courtney or is it the other one? I think it's Courtney. Courtney bad. The one that was dating Scott. Was she dating Scott? I don't know. But what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, is this, bro. The right white woman will treat you like a king that you are. She will give you that king's treatment, bro. At the end of the day. Hey, I ain't say Spanish. I ain't say Peruvian. I didn't say, you know what I'm saying? I said white. The white will treat you right. And this is no diss on the sisters, but they already know I'm telling the truth. Half the black women will tell you to go get a white woman. Half of them will tell you that. That's why it's so funny. Type that shit in on TikTok. They know what's up. I'm not saying it because I'm not like, oh, I'm running from the black woman. Nah, fuck that. Listen, if she like you, then y'all gonna get along. If not, then she's gonna be on some bullshit. But at the end of the day, like I tell y'all, the moral of this video is to not care at all. Then don't need a woman to like you at all. Like at the end of the day, like whether she's fucking green or orange or pink, you don't need her to like you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make or break you. When you go out here and approach all these women, like my boy just said, what'd he say? He said 15, let me see. He said, just found out my girlfriend's mom is pregnant, so looks like I'm gonna be a dad. I don't know why I'm so stuck on this girl. Well, some women are just beautiful. Some women fit what I call it is your psychological type. I don't know what I call that shit. They just fit into your brain's mold of what you see as very feminine and very beautiful. Like there was a chick in when I was in middle school that she was Spanish and she just was like, she had crooked teeth and everything, but she was just bad to the point where it was like, damn, I like women with crooked teeth. I didn't know that. But no, it was you liked her. You know what I'm saying? And she was so beautiful that she made crooked teeth look like it wasn't such a bad thing. Which is not such a bad thing, but you know what, you get what I'm trying to say, bro. Like some guys like Kim Kardashian, some guys like different women, but I think women get mad at men. Like, cause you gotta think about this. A lot of niggas don't talk about this. I'm about to break this shit down. This shit about to be so fire. Listen, women survival traditionally dependent on a man. Traditionally. So even though the world has changed biologically, they still look at that shit the same way to a degree. And our shit is like, traditionally, it would be a guy find a woman that is compatible with him or whatever. But I think like over the last decade, like guys find women that they find sexy, period. Like they don't really think about like what's the best choice. They think about like what's like we just said, your psychological type. Like how I just said Kylie Jenner. I didn't even like her at first, but like when I seen her just recently in an interview, I'm like, nah, she actually, everything about her looked right. Up here to me, like everything fits my type, like to a degree, right? So what I'm trying to say is like, why would women ever hate men in history when they could just go get another guy and just like we could just get another woman, right? But like I kind of see why women would be like, this guy is an asshole. But that's really what most of the beef between the genders come from. It's some women who find some guy as an asshole, right? Not really the other way around. Or that maybe that guy is being an asshole, right? He might be nagging her too much, like the pickup artist. He might be saying too much disrespectful shit, like, where you get them shoes from? Those are K-Swiss or some shit? Where'd you get those? You know, he might just be a literal asshole. But he might just be doing that maybe to get some pussy, maybe not, I don't know. But either way, that woman may just feel like this guy is a fucking asshole. And when that happens, she has to rationalize. She has to think like, is this guy even the type of guy that's like the type of guy that could talk to me that way? Or is this guy somebody who is just like on some weird shit where I could just kind of like overthrow his shit by like telling another guy he's acting like this and then get him punched in the face? Or shit like that, right? Shit like that. So those are some kind of like dynamics that takes place, right? But what I'm trying to say is a guy can easily point out a new woman and say, okay, I'm just gonna go after her. Well, I'm just gonna go after her. I'm just gonna go. He could live the rest of his years just doing that if he want. But here's the crucifix, right? The crossroads. The women you. Here's the thing. There's always gonna be a contrast because there's the women you would smash, the women you would smash, the women you would get some head, the women you would smash and get some head, the women that you kind of like are like, all right, she cute, but like I'm not really into her like that, but like if she play her cards right, it could become something. And then it's like it's levels. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. Like again, it's like levels. Women will get pissed because they might not be on that level that they trying to portray. Now, as a woman, that may hurt them 10 times worse than it's gonna hurt me or you or any other guy. Especially, like I said, a guy who is acting like a guy. And if you're acting like a woman or like these women, then yeah, you're gonna be pissed off. You're gonna be like, damn, this bitch was texting me, acting like she was into me, but then poof, she's not around, she ghosted me, da, 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 da. So basically, that's their justification. That's a woman justification because they're women, so they could kind of get mad at whatever they want because they're women. Just like you could go and just talk to a new woman after new woman. See the way the world works now, women, like Coi Leray said, women are players too. So now women want to match energy. So they want to be able to get whatever guy and just get and have sex. Not even in the dark, but kind of like in the light, like to a degree. They'll keep it on the low. You know what I'm saying? Because women move like cats, so they'll keep it on the low. But what I'm trying to say is the way the world is today, they don't feel like they have to keep it on the low. Like it's not like a fucking crime for her to cheat on you. Like in history, it would literally be a crime. So it's fair game. Like women are like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and that's why. If she don't like you, she's gonna challenge or buck your system automatically because she feels like y'all on the same level. So with that being said, what is the only thing that could keep her in line? It's not the fucking tribe, it's not the village, it's not really anybody. In fact, it's more people that's gonna encourage her to buck your system if it's buckable. So if your shit buckable, it's getting bucked. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And so that's why being a nice guy is like, it's like setting your crib on fire and then setting your alarm clock and going to sleep and thinking you're gonna wake up in the morning. It's just being nice is not nature. Nature is not nice. So it's like That's why, like I told people in the video yesterday, who you subscribe to on YouTube does matter. People look at YouTube as like TV, like, oh, I just can watch whatever I want to watch. That's why we're in the generation we in now, because we was watching fucking Kardashians and shit and basketball and ESPN and shit. We watching people run up and down the court all day and shit. I'm not watching that shit. Like when I stopped playing basketball, I said fuck basketball. Unless it's Kevin Durant. If it's Kevin Durant, it's not fuck basketball. I'm watching that shit. But if it's not him, I just don't care, bro. And again, that's the same way with women. If you're just not her, I just don't care. If you're not her, but every woman thinks that they're her. See, the difference is men be knowing they not him. A nigga no, because a nigga that is him, if a nigga that is him is in front of you, you know you not him. And a nigga be humble too about that. Like, okay, I let bro have it. He get all the bitches, whatever, whatever. That's what men will do because our ego is not our fucking God. But a woman is like, oh, I'm that shit too. And I gotta, compete with this woman to show that I am whatever. And that's cool. It's cool until it's not cool. Because there's gonna be a guy you're gonna want, and that guy not gonna want you. And that's why women don't stay with nice guys, because nice guys will take whatever they could get. So they just kind of sit under the tree, wait for the apple to fall. But while a tiger or a lion will climb up that tree and grab that food immediately, and so you just won't eat. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally watched the Animal Channel the other day. It was this pussy ass cheetah that kept killing shit, jumping out the tree and killing shit. Thank you for the love. Shout out to you with the 5. Shout out to you. I gotta see who that is down there. I'm gonna make my way down there. Shout out to her sitting at 5. Much love, much love. I love the love. See, one thing about me, I might think I'm a crazy ass nigga, but no, I love the love. That's all. I'm a crazy ass nigga though, but I love the love. Crazy people love love. I love love. So if you show love, show the fucking love. But listen, I was just watching Animal Channel, and it was this bitch ass cheetah kept jumping out the tree and landing on these different animals. And what would happen was he'll kill the animal, or she, must have been a she because it was acting like a damn bitch. But it jumped and landed on the animals, killed the animal. I'm like, okay, cool. You tough now. But then they kept showing a clip of for the whole month, animals coming up. Like first it was some fucking hyenas, then it was some African wild dogs. And it was like days after weeks, the animal was damn near dying. Bitch ass cheetah couldn't eat shit. And it was jumping out the tree though, like on some like, I'm such a pussy cat that I'm jumping out the tree and landing on these animals. So I got like 100% accuracy rate, chance of killing. I don't think I've ever seen her before. God damn, hold on. That may be, I don't know. But listen, jump out the tree and kill the fucking prey, because prey is always gonna be prey, right? So it's easy to kill fucking prey. But it's a fucking cheetah, right? But then when and then the last one, so it was hyenas first, African wild dog second, and then thirdly, it was a fucking, it was a lion. It was like a lion. And every time that cheetah would kill something, that lion would come, the animals would come and bitch that fucking cheetah, and the cheetah would run back up in the tree. Like, okay, well, at least if I live long enough, I have another day where I can fucking do it. Now, at the end of the clip, they did show that cheetah finally killed like a lamb or some stupid shit. And then it looked around, made sure nobody was coming, and then fucking brought that shit up the tree, put that shit in the tree, which was kind of dope. And then it fucked around and had dinner finally. And that's the thing that I'm telling y'all. It's the same way with women, bro. It's the same thing. If you're around a guy that's a better guy, he's fucking them bitches. I don't care who you think you is. Women that act all like, oh, I'm not that interested in him. I like you more. No. You know what's up, nigga. You know. And see, that's why you gotta be heartless, nigga. Cause your heart does not matter, count. It doesn't count for nothing. It doesn't mean anything. This is not no fucking 2002 where R&B was the leading source of consumption of music. This is fucking a different thing, nigga. You can't not be a player. You can't not be. People be like, be yourself. Be yourself. Tell them to fuck off. Because they don't even know what they're talking about when they say that. They're telling you to basically just fucking be like that bitch ass cheetah forever. Nah. Be like them African wild dogs, or be like that lion. Be like that lion. Be like that lion and fucking take another nigga food. Take another nigga bitch. Don't even have your own shit. That cheetah killed the prey. The lion came and bitched them, took the prey, and said, all right, this is my food, bitch. Because, bro, let's really do the math. You're going to get more women for being like that than you are for actually even doing what I'm talking about doing. Yeah, you could approach 15 women a day, but you also got to have enough game to understand that sometimes you could get residual income by just like other ways, put it like that. That's Patreon talk, though. I'm not going to say all that on this. So yeah, you got to start by approaching 15 women a day because you don't want to have bitch ass energy, and you don't want to have by approaching, this is what the approaching does. Approaching kills your anxiety. It kills the part of you that is so beta. See, let me tell you something. If you don't do that, you're going to always be a beta male. And I'm going to tell you why. Because people shouldn't be able to walk into a room and cleanly distinguish you from them. Like this. Like I just said, I could clearly look at a lion and tell that it's a lion. And I could clearly look at a lamb and tell it's a lamb. People shouldn't be able to do that to you. So if you're in school and you could clearly see like, oh, these people over here get all the bitches, then you're in trouble. Because that's exactly why your shit how it is. You could even be a nerd, but you could there's certain like niggas in high school who was nerds and it was all about getting fly and shit. But you could still tell that they wasn't like they got some type of bitches. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say. So no one's going to tell you, though, because no one's going to care about you enough to even stop you in the hallway and be like, bro, you don't get any bitches, bro. Let me help you get some bitches. Nobody's going to do that. That's why people come in here laughing at me like, you're a dating coach? Bitch, you need a dating coach, bitch. You got too much ego like your mom, and you don't want to have a man tell you that you a bitch. So now, stay a bitch. Fuck you talking about? I'm not gonna lie to you, nigga, because like I told you, the whole world gonna lie to you. So why should I do it? Why should I join the party and lie? Hey, if I don't want you to even, I'll save you the embarrassment. Cause that's all that's gonna happen when a nigga take your bitch. That's all that's gonna happen. That's gonna literally. Because being nice is not what people projected it to be. All right, it's not to say it's not what you think it is at all. Like, and I'm gonna be the first nigga to tell you all the time. Like, and I'm gonna make sure that message is on my channel throughout the course of history. Like, stop that shit. Cause listen, we ain't getting no younger, we getting older. Appreciate you with the 10. Let me go see that. I'm gonna go right after I'm done with this message I'm about to say. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Shout out to her. She is dropping some cash on your boy. I appreciate that. I hope the message is resonating with you. I know you're a woman. I can see that you're a woman. So hopefully the message is resonating. But I'm gonna be like your dad for you guys who are new to the channel, or your uncle or big brother. Big brother is fine with me, but bro, we ain't getting no younger, bro. Like literally, I'm 30, bro. Like I could have, you could have kids by the time you probably like, what? I don't even know, 15, 16. You could have kids, bro. So that's like a whole 15 years ago. I could have had kids, bro. Like, I don't got no kids right now, but what I'm trying to say is, I damn sure feel like I can have some right now. So what I'm trying to tell you is, we not getting no younger, and I wouldn't tell niggas nothing. I wouldn't tell my son. Period. Like, I'm not gonna tell nobody nothing that I wouldn't look in the mirror and tell me. And if I wouldn't tell me it, I wouldn't tell my son it. So, and if I wouldn't tell nobody no bullshit. Like, bro, like, don't feel like a woman, nigga. What you talking about? Like, and that's not no funny topic, because, like, again, I would tell my son that don't feel like a woman. And the reason why is because women will tell you to relate. I made a video about don't relate, connect. That's two different, totally different. Like, your mom can't teach you that shit, nigga. How? How can she teach you that? Now she hear it, she could parrot that shit to her son, but she ain't gonna think of no shit like that. Don't relate. No, your mom wants you to relate, because that's how they control you through relations. They can't control a guy. A guy is a fucking uncontrollable fucking entity. And that's exactly what women like about you in the first place. But guys want to get in a relationship. Cause why? Because the woman gonna tell you. She gonna tell you that, like, you ain't getting no pussy unless, hey, you gotta do this, this, and that. Hey, the next guy I get with, he gotta be the real deal. He gotta be just right. He gotta be, cause these other guys I don't fuck, they did this, that, and the third. And they're gonna sell it to you better than Steve Jobs could sell an iPhone. They're gonna sell that shit to you in such a fucking way where emotions is like venom and it gets uploaded into your cellular system. And you can't think. You're dazed. You're literally drunker than a skunk. You can't even think like a guy at all. You thinking like her. You feel like her. You can relate. Damn, niggas ain't shit. You right. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do everything I could do to make sure. I gotta be Ja Rule to Ashanti in 2000. I gotta put on a cape and jump off a building and crack my fucking head wide open to get with you and get some ass. That's what I gotta do. I gotta be just like a boy toy. I gotta be a boy toy. I gotta be a wind up dog. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do all of this funky ass stupid shit that otherwise you wouldn't do at all if she didn't tell you to do it. And that's biology, nigga. Biology is none of that shit you seen in a movie. It ain't none of this shit that you seeing. It's not none of that shit at all. And even going on a date is bullshit. Like, yeah, I'll take a chick to go get a coffee or a tea. Yeah, but like deep down, I know that that's not even. It's not even. I wouldn't say it's not worth it, but it's kind of like the only reason it's worth it is because you're getting something out of it, not because she's getting something out of it. But that's not for them to know. But y'all both getting something out of it. You know what I'm saying? At that point. But what I'm trying to say is, bro, like even at the beginning, bro, like I'm gonna put it like this. And I hate to use pimps as references because then it's like, oh, well, he looks up to pimps. So why would I listen to him? Not for you guys, but I know women would think that. Like, I don't get my philosophies from pimps, but I do believe this one thing, right? Why would a woman be sexually attracted to a pimp and then turned off by a good guy? And I actually want women to answer that, but it's only 3 people in here. I'm gonna catch y'all one day when it's a bunch of y'all in here. I'm gonna ask that shit because it's gonna expose some shit. Because I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I don't want to hear 2 guys in here talking about that shit. No, some women are gonna have to come in here and they're gonna have to answer to that shit because it's gonna justify everything I'm saying. Everything I'm saying. It's gonna justify everything I'm fucking trying to say. I can't say it if the women ain't in here, because it's not gonna make sense. He said she's always the first one. He said approach 15 women a day. You have to at first, at least for a year straight. Dedicate 1 year of your life to doing that shit. Like no bullshit. Dedicate 1 whole year to it, because you have to get the jitters out of your system. Because no matter how much you can do all the yoga, relaxing, meditation, as soon as you see a bitch, your nervous system gonna be in chaos. You're gonna be scared as fuck. Especially if you see two of them or a group of them, motherfuckers. And it's a reason for that. Like I told you, women hunt guys. So it's no different than guys being after women. If a woman see a group of guys, they're like, oh God, that's a lot of attention. If you see a group of chicks, your nervous system is gonna be like, damn, I really think she beautiful, but they all good looking. So now it's like, you're scared you're gonna get laughed out of the set. You're gonna walk up to that set of women, it's what, 4 set, 5 set, you talk to them. See, the problem is you're not gonna talk to them, you're gonna be acting scary. And then your voice is gonna be in your voice, it's just gonna be bad. It's just gonna be bad. So it's like, what I'm trying to say, practice makes perfect, nigga. Prince, practice makes perfect, right? It really doesn't, but it makes you damn near look identical to perfect. The fact that you even got confidence is enough. That's enough for a woman to be like, okay, he's the type of guy that I would typically fuck, period. Because your confidence is just confidence. I'm not saying that your confidence is your whole personality, but it damn sure shows it's enough to a woman. Because again, it goes back to history of like, even us as kids, right? Say your mom, either your dad's there or you have a stepdad or whatever, grandfather. Imagine y'all go into the woods and y'all see a bear. It's going to be his confidence that's going to actually give you that. It's going to give you confidence. Like, okay, we might not get eaten right now type shit. And because y'all both got confidence, y'all really might survive. You'll be like, yo, Jake, don't move, Jake. Stand right there, Jake. If that bear runs up, I'm going to fucking blow his fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, damn, my dad really on some G shit. Like, all right, he teaching you by action how not to, you feel me? So that's what I'm saying. So when you walk up to a woman, it's the same thing. You're showing her by action, literally by action. You can't talk a woman into nothing verbally. That's why the whole concept of game is kind of faulty in the first place, because you really can't talk a woman into nothing that she didn't already kind of want to do. She had to at least kind of want to do it. That's why when a woman tells you she ain't trying to sleep with you, it's a sign. It's really a red flag, to be honest. I remember that song. Yeah, Tupac cares and don't nobody else care. Nah, shout out to Pac though. You gotta care at least at a 10% ratio. You gotta be a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because we human, but at the same time, that's for you to know and for them to find out, nigga. Why do you think she's always most of the time the first one to leave class? It's like she doesn't want to talk to anyone. Do you sit next to her? I asked you that the first time that we talked, man. I'm gonna ask you again, bro. Do you sit right next to her? That's gonna make the difference of like the whole thing. Like I can't tell you why she's the first person to walk out of the class. Like that's genuinely has nothing to do with the game at all. It has nothing to do with game. Like I can't tell you no shit. Like that's like a personal thing with her. That's a person. That has nothing to do with game. Like there's women that's shy. There's women that's shy. So there's women that when I first started approaching more, that I thought was cute. that lived in my neighborhood. And dad moved very quietly, like, and it's like I can't catch this chick. I have to literally catch her to actually even have a conversation. Like, it's not going to just happen because she don't really put herself in a position for somebody to talk to her. So it's like it's damn near an 80-20. Like, it's only a 20% chance or like 15% chance y'all gonna be in the same spot at the same time. And that only made it harder. You know what I'm saying? Damn near impossible, like I said, to actually, like, even to this day, I don't think I've seen her like 4 times, 5 times, maybe 6 times since last year. And I don't even see her at all no more. I think she moved or something. Yeah, I don't be seeing her mom and them either. So yeah, I think they moved. But yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, that's why I tell you to approach 15, because again, that's a good example right there. Like like you're basically admiring somebody right now, which is cool. Like I said, I admire Kylie Jenner because she's too far for me to talk to, but if she lived in my neighborhood, I'm not admiring her at all, actually. I don't care if people say, oh, you treat people better. You know, they'd be like, yo, you support my rap, you support people raps that's not in your from your neighborhood or whatever. Bro, you'll be a damn fool to chase a chick. You'll be a damn fool to chase a chick that live in your fucking complex. Yeah, you'll be a damn fool. Or in your classroom. You better just tell her like it is. Like, cause you gotta, again, and I hate to say this because then it's like you're trying to be somebody you're not. Think about the cool guy in your school. Like, not even like one specific guy, but like a guy who you know get bitches. Not somebody who's like not somebody who's like a pretty boy that get bitches, but somebody who's like a hideous nigga who get all the bitches. And then think about it. He's getting those chicks not because they looked at him and was like, oh, he's cute. He's getting them strictly off of his willingness to, like, he know how to work the system. Like, he knows how to mingle better than a lot of other guys. Some women don't report it and said, hey, I'm not that attracted to this guy, but I like the fact that he knows how to get what he wants. That's what makes him sexy. That has been reported by multiple women that that's what they find sexy. So that's why if a chick see you trying to get at another chick, that don't make you a loser ever, usually in her eyes. It usually make you look like, damn, this nigga actually is gonna not only be successful with this shit one time at some point, but like, I'd rather sleep with a guy who is like, it comes across like you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to you being nervous. Like, what are you nervous about? That's what their brain gonna think. Like, what are you nervous about? Because the whole time you being nervous, there are guys in that same school that are not being nervous. So then it's like, why? You don't want her to ask that question. Like, so you just say something. Hey, listen, you know, you can say anything, bro. Because it's not even what you say, it's how you saying it. And I guess that's the whole problem. Like, that's why I say approach 15 women, because it's going to change the way it's going to allow your nervous system to relax. It's going to allow your nervous system to relax. What the fuck is this in my hat? I literally had a headphone in my hat. That's crazy. But yeah, it's going to allow your nervous system to relax and your voice to be more catchy to her, and she's going to receive your words better. She's gonna feel you. What I had to realize early with approaching women is that more leads to more and less leads to less. So the less you do talk to women, it's like it could result back to being weird and nervous and like acting like because you're gonna lose that it's easy to lose that feeling that comes with talking to women. So the more you talk to women, the more women you talk like the more it's not like it's like the more women you talk to, the more often it kills that thought that you're not that guy because that's just a thought, but it feels like a reality. It's a thought that feels like a reality because you live in that thought. And it's the same thing with money. I see the same thing with money. Like if you broke, it's easy to go broke and it's easy to stay broke. But when you get some money, your brain gonna tell you like, oh, I could have been did that and been made that money. But you only see that when you got the money, and then like I don't revert it back to broke multiple times. Hold on, let me see what y'all talking about because I'm yapping and they making crazy noise right now. Why do you think? Why? It's not that serious. You get food, a bag, clothes, socks, straight crashing out. Why do you think she's always? How old are you? I'm grown, milk. How is that a big detail? That's new insight. Are there good, sir? Are there good, sir? What's new insights? Uh, so the fact that she's a snow bunny. No, yeah, that's important, bro. That's important because just like women love to get on these podcasts and say, like they'll say little things about us that we won't say about them, basically. Which is respect, like right? She's a woman, you don't have to match their energy and shit like that, but they will let you know if they're dating only white guys right now, they'll literally tell you. And with a blank stare, like oh, like I'm done with black guys, this and that. But when black guys do that or whatever, go mess with white women or any other type of race, then it's like most guys feel guilty about that. So I feel like that's a big issue because that's a whole nother like option of women that you could be talking to. Whereas though the average guy is just gonna deal with just his own race, and then it's gonna be like it's kind of like I don't think there's nothing wrong with dating your same race at all. Actually, like I'm gonna give you an example. Like with me, like damn near 98 or 99 point something percent of women I've talked to in my life were black. Did I choose it to be that way? Nah, I didn't really choose it, but it just naturally is like what's around me, and naturally was how is naturally how that shit went down. So, like, I never thought too deep. Like, I've had white women liking me in middle school, high school. You know what I'm saying? When I went to Job Corps, though, some Spanish chicks and stuff like that. When I was like 24, but again, I ended up taking a black chick the most serious. Like that's just naturally how it be going. It's just naturally the pattern. So what I'm trying to say is there's some guys who are in that pattern and some guys who are not in that pattern. Like I got cousins that's black that they I think they married white women. So it happens all the time around you. It just might not be happening to you. And I think that some guys got to be more. I think it also depends how you dress. Like for me, like specifically, like I definitely dress on some street attire, urban attire type vibes. And it's many different ways to look at all of this stuff. But for the moral of the story is, I really don't discriminate. I look at all women the same way, but I do see that if you want a white woman, you can get, it'll be more like maybe at the gym, or maybe if you're in college, or in certain areas and places. If you just become more of a stay at the crib, smoking, and depend on your lifestyle, bro. It really depends on your lifestyle. But I think that for me specifically, broadening my horizons definitely makes for a better dating life, because it's just different attitudes and different spirits that you might not want to deal with. And not all black women act the same, not all white women act the same, right? It's some white women act like black women, some black women act like white women, but it just depends where you put your energy in your 24 hours of your day. Um, and I'll tell any guy that, because that's some real shit. So it's not about chasing a white woman, chasing a black woman. It's about putting yourself in places like if you go to Whole Foods, you're gonna get a totally different type of both black and white than if you go to Walmart. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just being honest. And it don't mean that I'm not trying to make it white's better than black, black's better I'm not trying to do that. Because like I just said, it's black and white people in every place. So it's just about where you're going. What places are you going to that makes you feel like you're going to catch the type of woman that you really want? The reason why that has to happen too is because you have to actually like her legitimately for you to even put in effort towards what we call a relationship, a marriage, living together, dating, uh, engaged marriage, all of that shit. You can't do that with somebody who you're not actually into. You might think she got a fat ass, but you're not really into her like that. You're being tricked into believing you're into her. You're not really into her. And that's where the whole idea of compatibility comes from. It's real shit. Compatibility is real shit. If you're not compatible, game like Will gonna break it down. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let you know. So the fact that she's a snow bunny who likes watching golf matches on her computer is a big detail. Well, yeah, I would even say the golf matches matter to me. They matter to me, like they matter because I just got this. If y'all look at my video from yesterday, the jacket I had on is literally, I literally talked about that. Like it's a golf jacket, a guy on the front playing golf. And I found that to be seductive to me because I was seduced into the idea while I was getting that jacket of, hey, golf is actually something that I used to have a game with golf. I used to have a game for soccer. I used to have different games and shit, video games. I also got a soccer jacket too that I had on the other day. But what I'm trying to say is like these are hobbies and activities that, again, as a black man, I hate to put race on shit, but it's just my truth. Like I genuinely believe the way I grew up is just basketball. You feel me? Like that took the lead in my life, but I'm not really that much into football. But I did have a Spanish friend. Uh, I forgot what he was, a certain type of Hispanic, but I forget the type. I don't think he was Puerto Rican. I think he was like, I forgot what they call it, what it's called. But damn, Armenia? No, I don't remember. I don't remember. There's something. But I think he it used to be a soccer field across the street from his crib in my neighborhood, and soccer has. But what I'm basically trying to say is soccer has always been around to a degree. I just wasn't paying attention. Just like chess. But chess is a little bit more out of the like as a kid that was never really around me like that. But uh, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, you can judge a woman by her activities, what she takes a liking to. That's actually more important than taking a liking to her actual physical whatever. Because once you do that, not only do y'all have something to talk about, a lot of guys that say don't talk about that because you're being too indirect. I'm like, man, listen, she don't like you, she don't like you. So like, I mean, but it also depends on the type of guy you are. Because if you're not, again, if you come across as soft and very scary, then she's not going to take a liking to you the way you think. Maybe, but maybe not. I don't know. But you could talk about the same thing. See, when I talk to a woman, I'm not really thinking like, am I being too? Sometimes I think that, but like for the most part, not like, am I being too soft or not? Sometimes I gotta recap and think about that. But generally speaking, it's more like, am I being myself? Because if you're being yourself, it's hard to be soft. Because it's like talking to your mom or anybody else. It's like you're just kind of like being honest and saying like, oh, like I didn't know you like golf. You know what I'm saying? Let me find out you about to sign up to be the next big golf player. So it's called making for conversation. That's what you're doing. You're making for conversation, but it's an undertone. I love undertones. So like I'm a firm believer in two people can say the same thing and it's going to hit your nervous system two different ways. So I like that's like it's important to think about that because those things make you an expert flirter opposed to being a guy that's asking her some shit that's none of your fucking business. You know what I'm saying? Because I always wondered that when I started to try to learn game. I'm like, what really is it? Like, why do I feel nervous to ask her something that I shouldn't? Because if she was just the homie, I would just ask like or just say it. Because it's not like you just nervous about around women. You could be nervous around anybody. So what really is it that would give you that sauce? And it's like just be yourself. But like that's only a concept that you could understand if you study the real like understand it. It's not something you could just say. Someone could say be yourself and you just get it. Like you understand it because it's a texture. It's a texture type of thing. It's like you know when you're not being yourself, but others don't really know like that. They could feel like transparency, but they really don't really fully know. Because it's people who I be thinking I know, and then I see them like it's like vloggers, right? Like sometimes when you see them off camera, you be like, yo, this nigga really a whole different person. Like DDG or like any of these guys that you see online. Like, yo, this nigga, his whole energy different right now in this context. So the term be yourself is kind of like a trick type of word. It's not really real because you're going to be different here, there. And before I met you, who am I to meet you and tell you to be yourself if I'm just meeting you? So it's kind of like a play on psychology, if you ask me. But that's why I tell people to journal because you could get closer to who you are and further away. Almost instant, like almost like in an instance, like you could walk into a room full of 80 people and then when you leave that room, you're gonna feel like, damn, I'm not fully myself. It's because you were putting on a little bit of like a persona, a little bit of like like not an act necessarily, but like you were putting on like a little bit of like what people tell you to put on. Like people tell you since you was a kid to like be nice, have manners, blah blah blah, so on so on. And it goes into the nice guy analogy that I was kicking. So once you leave that environment, how you doing? Good. So So once you leave that environment, bro, you feel totally, how can I say it? You feel unearthed. You don't feel like the guy you are that when you walked into that environment. Because like I said, all the stuff we talked about earlier, your mom probably taught you to have manners, to be nice, to be respectful. And literally, like I said, that like I am those. I'm never gonna stop being respectful. Like you feel what I'm saying? Never gonna stop being who I am deep down. Like that's just nature, bro. You are who you are. But it's like for you to meet a woman that you never met before, and for her to have leverage over you, I'm not letting that happen. I'm not letting it happen at all. And that's where a lot of guys are having a difference between other guys. It's not that the guys at school that give off a hard exterior, it ain't like they not human or they not nice guys. They just not going for that shit the way you are. Like they would have been cracked the egg open to see what type of girl that girl was. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the way, that's the difference. That's the only difference. See, you only see the people who succeed with the women that you're looking at. You don't see the guys who tried and failed or tried and just moved on or whatever. You don't see the bigger picture. So it's easy for you to get trapped in a stagnated perspective, basically, about humans. You don't see all the bodies that they got. You don't see all that. You don't see everything. You see have a limited perspective. So limited perspectives is the thing that makes you easily susceptible to shit. So like that's basically what I'm trying to say in this whole video for real, for real. Like, and that's why I told y'all, you're not as good as a woman is gonna try to frame you. Like a woman gonna try to frame you like you gotta do this, that, and that to get this. Literally. And that's gonna make you high, it's gonna leave you high and dry because it's a lie. First of all, it's a standard, but it's not really a real standard because if she was into you, it wouldn't even been like that. Which means that she's not really into you, which means that she's just running game, which means that you shouldn't even be even entertaining it. People say sayings like, oh, a closed mouth don't get fed. You know, that's true, generally speaking. But they don't think about all the people, like all the times you asked for what you wanted and your hand got swatted down, which over time leads to you hesitating about what you're doing. So yeah, a woman that watches golf is attractive, bro. To me, again, I'm 30, so I'm genuinely looking at the personality. Like I'm genuinely looking at the character. Cause like again, if I talk to Kylie Jenner for 15 minutes and she starts cursing and starts being disagreeable and starts running game, I won't be like, nah. Yes, I would fuck you. Duh. But that's not what this is about. That's not. And women, I think they get nearsighted, right? Because the same woman that assumes that every guy wants to fuck her is kind of an idiot because she's stupefied because she thinks that you're like everybody else. So they have the next guy up mentality, like, oh, this is the next guy up. He's gonna do the same thing the last guy trying to do. You might genuinely be a real nigga. But just because you're trying to smash, she's gonna try to act like you're doing something so crazy, which is actually her trauma response, which means she's just, why is she talking to you? Like if I'm a girl and I wouldn't fuck you, I'm not even gonna give you the thought. Like, no bullshit. So that's why I'm telling guys, you do it to yourself when you entertain something that's not working. Men have standards. Women kind of just stand up for stuff. It's two different things.
it's kind of been a gender roles reverse or swap where it seemed like women have standards and men just stand up for certain things. But that's not how real, genuine masculine and feminine polarity really works. And I don't give a fuck if a woman don't want to act like a woman or not. I'm gonna be a man, and I am a man, and I'm gonna behave like one. So they can do whatever they want. They can act like a man today and a woman tomorrow if they want. But I'm gonna be one way, and that is, yes, I would sleep with you if things lined up that way. But if it don't line up that way, make no mistakes, I don't care. Damn, man. Music fucking with my video. Good morning. Hey, can I say a Bible verse? I can do all the things through him. Come on, man. This is not a religious channel, bro. This is not a religious channel. This is not a religious channel. I'm gonna start blocking y'all for that. I'm gonna start blocking the percentage of y'all. Not all the time, because sometimes religion is cool, but like, damn, this is not a religious title on the video. This is a dating video. Religion kind of, I see some parallels with religion sometimes, but for the most part, no. What's good, Maria? Maria. I'm mad late to responding to her. I wish I would have got to your comment a little faster. This dude still live with his mama. Opinions, not facts. It's all perception. Truth is God. Stop running your mouth like a faucet. Nobody here cares what you have to say. Man, I was been supposed to block this punk ass nigga. Let me see. She got your bitch ass last time. Women play with men emotions. Shout out to Joel. He said, women play with men's emotions. Nobody is real out here. Everybody fake. Get that through your thick head. Oh, nah, he talking shit now. Get that through my thick head. Every woman doesn't play games. And I don't have to take on your bitch ass beliefs. That's not necessarily, I thought you was agreeing with something I was saying, but because the stuff I say sounds red pillish, but I'm really not a red pill guy. And I try to say that as frequently as possible because there's a lot of losers out here who think I'm like them. And I hate you niggas. But I'm gonna let him slide. He said, get that through your thick head. He said, he just talking bullshit. Okay, now I gotta get you. Yeah, there's a lot of pussy niggas in here. That's crazy. What are these fake ass pussy ass accounts coming from? Then leave. Nobody's forcing you to be here. Thank you, Brandon. These guys are so fucking pussified that they thought I was trying to ask them to come and join so I get some views or something. Like, man, y'all niggas is not welcome. Get your bitch ass out of here. Yeah, they just don't want me to say some shit that's really gonna be some shit that's gonna spark a change in niggas. They don't want me to do that. Because if you listen, a woman could easily manipulate a guy that's comfortable with how his shit is going. That's why they'll come in here on some punani ass shit. This man is full of shit. Bro, your name is Sergeant Joshua. Oh, Saragant. You are speaking about people with a worldly state of mind. We women are God's child and don't follow society as a whole. Shout out to Maria. I appreciate that. I appreciate Maria. Shout out to Maria because Maria is actually saying something that feels organic. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and that's all that it is, bro. It's about being organic. I don't really I'm the type of guy who don't care what nobody got to say at all. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. But with Maria, when Maria says that, I appreciate that because not everybody gonna say something that is actually even worth responding to. Paulie says, "Amen, amen, brother." Shit. Joshua says, "Shut up. You are giving me a headache." Yo, tell it in this motherfucker, man. I don't know if you still in here, bro, but man, I love when I see Tell It in here, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, let me see. I said, what's your Snapchat so I can see if you're someone with the character I'm trying to fuck. And she said, we just matched. Should I stop talking to her? You said if you're trying to see if you're someone someone that I'm trying to fuck. I think you came at her a little crazy, but it's a time to let her know that. But this is why the whole direct stuff I feel like is like, but then again, I don't know. Cause bruh, it all depends. I wouldn't tell a nigga to do nothing. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like if you out here smashing chicks from being that way, then I wouldn't tell you to stop being that way. But if you're not smashing chicks for being that way, then you should probably just be less I wouldn't say less aggressive, but keep the same amount of aggression, but change your wordplay a little bit. Like, but who am I? You know what I'm saying? To tell you again, like some guys, I don't, but that's not how I really talk to women. But he said, I said, what's your Snapchat? I said, so what's your Snapchat so I can see if you're someone with the character I'm trying to fuck. And you said she responded with, we just matched. What did we just match mean? Like on Hinge or something? Oh, she's saying like, yo, we just matched. She's saying like, we just matched. So like, she's basically saying like, if we just matched, then you obviously want to fuck me. I think that's what she's saying. Like, if we just match, because there's women who I feel like tried to like tell me stuff like, and I'm like there's women who tried to position me as like I'm pursuing, I should be trying harder with them, and I'm like, we just matched, like we both clicked on each other, we both matched with each other. Why are you trying to make it seem like I'm chasing behind you if we just matched with each other? That's why me and a chick fell out before, because she wanted me to like be more like in this position of pursuing and trying to like do too much. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that. So I don't know if that's what she's trying to say. Like, oh, yo, we just matched. How could you ask me? You wouldn't fuck me if we just matched. Or I don't know what she trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. I don't know exactly what she trying to say. But again, I think that sometimes you can fuck shit up by being too you're too expository about your intentions. Like you because once a woman see the word fuck in her phone or in her face, or I feel like early on, then she's like, okay, he just want to fuck. Now, you might just want to fuck, but you gotta let me know. I don't know if you just want to fuck or if you, um, cause I believe like a man can carry two different, like a man can multitask. So this is where a lot of things go wrong. And again, this is why this video is so important because from what I've seen is that women have been traditionally taught to try to teach men to juggle one thing, whereas though human beings are complex creatures, we can juggle 10 bitches. And so I say that to say this to you, bro. Like your intentions could be both to fuck and to make her your girlfriend. You can juggle those two different matters. But today's woman is trying to get you, trying to see, like, funnel you to like, what's your intentions? And she's not telling you that your intentions have to be just one thing, you know. You could say like, oh, my intentions is to get together, to go out, to do this, and take you back to my crib and do that. Again, it's all about how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I'm big on that. That's why guys gotta approach 15 women a day, because how are you gonna learn how to say something perfectly? How are you gonna learn how to say something perfectly if human beings are inherently imperfect creatures? Your heart is your mind, bro. Appreciate that. Hold on, let me see. Prince said, I feel like I'm in between. Like for me, I'm not gonna just randomly approach 15 women. Maybe I can start off with approaching maybe just 3 women a day. Yeah, start off with that. Start off with that, bro. Start off with that. Start off with that, bro, and work your way into 5. Go from, you got to start with 1, obviously, 1 to 2 to 3, then to 4 to 5. So start off slow. Again, you got to approach 1 first at the end of the day. But my advice to you would be find a plaza. Go on Google Maps, type in plazas near me. Go to your nearest plaza and use that plaza as like an opening place where you can like create like relationships in general too. Cause like I didn't just approach chicks. Like I found like that there's managers and people who they're gonna start to know you a little bit too. Like people that work at certain places and then plazas that like, oh, he's a common face that pull up here. You might even get a job from this shit. If that's what you're looking for. I personally didn't. I could have, but I didn't push it too hard to get the job. And, I mean, you don't like again. There's multiple plazas. There's multiple people on Earth. There's multiple people in your city and in your town. So you just gotta put yourself out there, and women are gonna be right there at every fucking morsel of your day. At every morsel of your day, they're gonna be women are gonna be there.
We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense out here dripping in finesse. You know it. You know it. Keep going though. What you mean dripping in finesse? What does that mean? Somebody please tell me what that mean, bro. Dripping in finesse. But would you tell him if he got a girl pregnant to stay and be a dad? That's the real question. Why do I have to tell him to do something that he should do as an individual? Is it my just cause I signed up to be a dating coach and because I take a liking to being a coach, a dating coach? You mean to tell me that I'm his dad as well, and I have the? You mean to tell me because I'm influential, I'm an influencer, that I can make a guy stay with a woman that is abusive? If a woman turns around and abuses him, because I tell guys to vet women, that's way more important than telling him to stay in his son's life. If you can't tell someone to stay in their son's life, if that was the case, who who told all of these guys in the late '90s to do it? Because they sure as hell failed at that shit. So me telling him to do that is not has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. To answer your question without an attitude, though, yeah, man, I'll tell anybody to do that. So if I will tell anybody to do that, does that mean that they're gonna do it? But that was my question. That was my question to you. Like, just because I tell you to do that, if I tell you to stay in your son's life, would you do it, or would you do it because I told you to do it? That's the real question. That's the real question. No, that's really the real question. You asked a fake question, but my question was real. No, it's programming. What's programming? Damn, I wish I would have caught y'all questions faster. My bad, y'all. Like this dude told me his name is CKU. He's a 32-year-old guy who told us to get involved with CKU Bitcoin. He said he's not our financial advisor. He said I should have slayed you know who by what? Maybe I'll bring my 6 guys to come with me approach the woman. I'll bring Kyle, Adrian, Mr. Brandon, Sean, and Kim and Mr. Tom. I don't understand what y'all talking about. Cause we trying to prove that we worth something to somebody who don't give a fuck. Women seek attention from men when they don't know God. I ain't gonna argue with that. I mean, truth is, who who said not to argue with Maria because Maria came in giving cash. Maria, listen, not to say that who's to say that I'm not an atheist dating coach. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case. Who's to say my client isn't who's to say that the woman that you're approaching is not atheist? Let's take it there since because I listen, Maria, religion is gonna always be the scapegoat of all of this stuff. Oh, God in the sky in the clouds told us that, we shouldn't be doing that. Oh well, not every woman is a Christian.
Well, I don't care. They might be a Muslim then. Well, not every woman is a Muslim or a Christian. So if it's about religion, it can't be about it can't religion is not what this video is about. It's not what the channel is even about. You know what I'm saying? We got to exclude religion at all costs. We got to, because as soon as it's about religion, you're saying that God, first of all, woman is not the lead. Even in that religion, God is telling you to listen to what we's talking about, what the man talking about. Now I don't know what type of new religion and what type of new Bible is going around, but again, if it could be changed, then I don't know. If you don't like that, this is the thing about women that I want y'all to understand. If a woman likes you, she will follow you even if you're a devil worshiper. So that's what my new rebuttal is to people who bring up religion when we're talking about dating. I'm gonna be honest because it's the truth. We can't be talking about biology and then bring up God. We're bringing up the physical and then bringing up the metaphysical. It's confusing because now you're telling basically when we make it about a third party, it's not a relationship. Or let's just say it's a relationship, but it's a manipulated relationship. It's not the relationship it once was. Like when I first laid eyes on you, you first laid eyes on me, you didn't say, I hope he's a man of God. Oh, Gio Galileo shucks. If he's not a man of God, then I just can't do it. And I don't want to hear, oh, yeah, he might be cute, but then later on, I'm thinking, is he a man of God? No, you're not thinking that. It's coming up because you've been serving that for so long. Exactly. There's this girl who went in my high school. She always on TikTok showing her booty shorts. Hey, man, that shit probably fat, bro. But shout out to Mariah. I'm just saying that religion stuff it confuses the. Religion has nothing to do with manhood, in my opinion. It could. It's close, but it's no cigar. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of guys that's religious that ain't really who they think they are. So it's like it's the same. It's just men are flawed creatures. We're human beings. You're either gonna like that guy or you're not gonna like that guy. I understand the whole vetting process thing women is doing with the using the religion as a tool and shit. But it's just kind of like it's like I don't understand that. Tell it said I said what's your Snapchat so I can see if wait I thought I read that already. Hold on, let me see. If I had to approach a group of nice looking snow bunnies, I would need 7 of my buddies with me to feel safe. I wouldn't want to talk to them alone. Nah, bro, like you should do whatever you want to do with by yourself or with buddies. Either way. Like and if anything, only bring one buddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't need the whole clan, you know what I'm saying? Just one man that understand. You don't need the whole clan. You know what I'm saying? Like that's but that's just me. You can do what you want, but I'm telling you, sometimes 3 people is a party. You know what I'm saying? One person is a friend, 3 people is a party, bro. Like bring somebody you know knows how to handle those situations. Like, do you have one friend right now or potential friend that you chop it up with that you feel like is like, yo, nah, bro, somebody that he's interested in this shit. Like I'm interested in this shit. That's the guy. Text his phone, be like, yo, bro, I need you to be my wingman. I don't know a guy on earth that'll say no to that shit. If he do, he don't really like you. Pause. Um, I'm trying to do you know what with her. Preferably a Marriott hotel. I wouldn't even go the full way. Just a nice makeout session with her. I can't tell you to fuck her, but making out is leads to sex. But I hear you, bro. I understand where you're at. You're at this point where you're just trying to like get your feet wet and shit, which is actually gonna fuck you up worse. But the only reason, I mean, listen, it's so difficult. You gotta be a virgin if you just said that. I'm already knowing. Cause ain't no nigga who felt them sweet buttery walls is ever going to ever say that. That's impossible. So, uh, yeah, just do what you want, man. But just like I told you, like it's more that you have to learn. So it's like at the end of the day, you gotta approach 15 women. I don't think nothing's gonna change your life more than that. You can do whatever you want with Shorty, cause you're see, you gotta wanna feel them sweet buttery walls. If you don't wanna feel them sweet buttery walls, then can't nobody tell you what to do, bruh. See what I'm saying? Everything else sound like a plan to me. If that's what you wanna do. My boy said that shit again. Yo, tell it what's good, bro. He said, I just wanna make out with her. Nah, I feel you. She's some chicks be so sexy. It's like, yeah, it's like you wanna really you wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind just doing that alone. But my shit gonna go like this, and then it's gonna be like I gotta just, you know. But what's understood don't need to be explained. Long story short, bro. Again, just do what you want to do. What's good, Mr. Carter? Yeah, ill will. What's good, bro? How you feeling today? I still got my V card, and I'm proud of that. Don't I mean shit? Hey, if you're proud of it, you're proud of it, bro. Again, I'm a lifestyle coach before dating coach, so I'm not gonna sit here. Oh nah, bro, you shouldn't be proud of it. Yeah, I mean, cool, bro, cool. Um, I live and let live. You know what I'm saying? I live and let live. So if the day, but again, just so you know, this content is about dating, and sex is a part of dating. It doesn't have to be, but it usually is. It's all about you, man. It's just your life, bro. Like if you don't want to, you don't have to. There's many other things we could talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like this cologne, man. It's my favorite cologne right here. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know the brand, and I can't give it to them. You know what I'm saying? I can't give that brand away. Every time I smell that shit, put it in my beard a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not supposed to, but listen. Every time I smell that shit, just motivate me, bro. Like, and motivate me, bro. It do. That's motivation. When you spray that shit on you, you're like, damn, I smell good as shit. There's value in not being touched, though. You feel me? Um, shit. If you find value in it, I feel like value. People have core values, but I'm not saying you wrong either, because nah, I don't feel you though. I don't feel you. And the reason why I don't feel you is because I don't, we two different people, bro. And because of that, I got to be honest with you. So I can't. It's not that I don't feel you. I just can't feel that. I can't feel something that in my neighborhood when I was growing up wasn't something to feel good about. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. It's nothing. You got to tell me why it's value in it for me to be like, oh, okay, okay, I get you. A Versace blue. That's what the bottle looked like. Versace blue. Shout out to Alicia in here. What's good? This is what this Versace blue smell like. I mean, look like. This ain't no Versace though. This some other shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. This shit some fire shit. Like this shit, shit. It make me horny in the spiritual world. Like not physically, but like it turn me on. Like damn, like bro, I'm tripping. I got these other joints right here though. This is called Cremo. I got these from Target. These I'm not such a big fan of these. You know what I'm saying? They smell decent, whatever. They smell decent, but a reason why I'm not such a big fan of these is because, well, this one smelled better than the other one. The other one got alcohol. No, not matter of fact, no. These don't got no. So my bad, y'all. This one got alcohol in it. And I'll tell y'all the name of this one. Buck Moon. I tell you these women be trying to buck break y'all. But this is called Buck Moon. So whenever a woman try to buck break you, you text her and you just say Buck Moon. She gonna be like, what? Yeah, man. Buck Moon. That mean you trying to buck break me. These women try to buck break you when you wearing that Buck Moon. You feel me? Now listen, but this shit got a little bit of alcohol. That's the only reason why I don't like it, because alcohol to me is like bullshit. It's like bullshit. It's like, who wants to walk around smelling like alcohol? Like, yeah, there's a certain type of grown man smell with that, but it's not really fire. You know what I'm saying? It's not fire. When I throw some shit on, that shit got to be strong and it just got to be fire. That's it. Those are 2 requirements. I said that because I heard another dude on YouTube said that, and he has like 140K subs on YouTube. Subscribers don't mean shit in terms of, he might be right about this one thing. Okay, I see the correlation because subscribers could show like a certain level of like, he been doing this for a long time or whatever, but he's right in this one way. When a woman there is a such thing as purity at the end of the day, right? And a lot of people don't look at that. So I'll be honest, like, yeah, with the purity, but it's not really real in terms of what we talking about. If it's like, oh, I'm a virgin, so I'm on a pedestal, like that's not, how? If like, I don't get that. I just don't get it. It's not like when I was a virgin, I felt like I was like better than who I am now. Like, not at all. Like at all. Maybe other people might think that, like moms and shit. Your mother might think that about you. Like, oh, when like women be like, oh, like I don't know, bro. Like it's like I don't see that correlation. And again, I think it's another gaslighting, like very, very like thing to keep people from doing shit and becoming men. Like I swear to God, like there's no way. Like, bro, like you don't want to feel pussy. Like I don't understand that. That's not the era that we grew up in, so I can't relate to that shit. I can't relate to it at all. I can't relate to it. It's a non-relatable, and that's what I'm trying to get you to see. It's not even something that a nigga can even really think about deeply and really understand. Like, it's not real. It's like saying you're not hungry or you're not gonna be thirsty. You get hungry and thirsty every day. You get horny every other day. So you mean to tell me you got to break down how? Is it spiritual? Is it mental? Is it emotional? Like, what is it that it's done for you? Not what this other guy's saying. This other guy could be full of shit with a bunch of subscribers. That's what I'm trying to say. His subscriber count has nothing to do with, because people try to correlate those things like, oh, I've been I've been celibate and I've made 10K this year. So maybe that's what you're trying to say, which I kind of could see that in a way, but I don't really. I think it's a difference between chasing women and busting a nut. Like, yeah, you could bust a nut, bro, like, and still make 20,000, 50K or whatever. You can still handle your business and fuck. But people try to make it seem like you can't do those two things at the same time. I don't know if that's what you're trying to say, or if you're just trying to say like, oh, because I'm not getting any pussy, I'm pure, which most women think that way. But guys, we play from a whole different stratosphere. Like our shit is different. Like it's like you could be pure or evil either way. He's married though. He's 24 years old and has 3 kids. So how is he a virgin? I don't understand that philosophy. Sometimes I glance at her in class, I sit in the back. Sometimes it looks like she might catch me looking at her, so I try to hide behind a dude. Pause. Nah, you out of pocket, bro. I ain't gonna lie. What the fuck is you hiding from? Well, I understand when you're in class, it's more likely that you're gonna be on some scary ass shit, but some nervous ass, overthinking ass shit. You just gotta approach other women, bro. Like I'm gonna even ask you to politely to stop bringing this situation up until you take action, bro. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. You making me feel like I'm a lame ass nigga right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the more I talk about that specific chick, it's like you making me feel like I could actually relate to that scary ass shit, bro. Like, bro, at the end of the day, I don't have a crush on no bitch that I'm not about to talk to. And I take pride in that. That's what I take pride in. And that's the most purest thing I could give to you. Not some hold on to my nut and never let it go type shit, but some most women put fear in most guys type shit, and then bitches could never do it to me. Never again. That's something to take pride in. You feel me? That's something to take pride in. Because all this whole life shit is about fear. You got a monster under your bed type shit. Like somebody will bully you and get punched by somebody else. So why not just punch them? Why not be what you like? You feel me? Like you in the back of the class, you hiding from this girl, bro. Like feel me? I feel you, bro. Like I feel you. But this is what I'm telling you. You're never going to get over that. You just approach new women, and then like it's better. It'd be even better if you just let her catch up to what you're doing. That's like the pattern I see with most guys. They're trying to like hope that somebody likes them or try to bribe something to take place. But even if she like you, at some point, it's probably gonna be a chance she gonna pick up on the fact that you care too much. The thing about human beings is they always want what they can't have. They will chase something they can't get until they die, but they will not care about something they already got at all. That's a pretty wicked thing to think about. Like, Brandon, what you mean don't listen to me? If you say don't listen to me, he damn sure can't listen to you because you blocked, bitch. And these little losers come in and try to tell and persuade guys to not listen to other people. But you gotta ask yourself, pussy, why he ain't listening to you? If you such some honorable king or some shit. should I, would anybody worth listening to? Again, it goes back to what I'm even telling him in the first place. Would he try to bribe you into listen? Like, I've never asked Prince to come in here once. So if I didn't ask Prince to come in here in the first place, obviously he's doing that himself. So you just being a hating ass nigga. And you're on your period. That's it. And that's what's wrong with you guys. I keep telling you guys the same story every time. This is why I can't relate. That's what I take pride in, Prince. I can't relate. You see, a real player does not relate to nothing. Because everything everybody say is all trash. Every time it's the same bullshit, it's the same trash. You will remain a slave if you don't think for yourself. Period. Like when you go to sleep and have dreams, even your dreams are manipulated if you listen to what other people say, because it's like it's all information. Like, but when you live for yourself, you just don't care. So now people gotta find things and say weird shit and troll you because they can't control you. They can't control you. So they gotta troll you. They gotta wear you down with all these fake accounts. And then they gotta, oh yeah, he's in a weaker state now. Now we could come in and kind of control this nigga. Listen, man, I'm telling you, women, stop being scared, bro. Stop being scared. That bitch ass nigga that came here was gonna try to teach you, train you back to being scary. Man, don't listen to him, man. Don't listen to him. You don't gotta listen, bro. I'm telling you, you don't have to listen because value is never gonna ask somebody to listen. Just like what I'm telling you, just like what you about to chase that girl in your class, value never asks the same way someone without value is gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask a woman nothing because if she don't see the value, it's a good chance she's not gonna turn around and see it. That's what a lot of guys don't realize. They don't understand that Jordans sit on the shelf every day and don't ask nobody to purchase them shits. And niggas will die over them shits, kill over them shits, steal them shits. People will go to jail damn near over some Jordans. But Jordans is just presenting the value on the shelf and staying in the lane. They staying in their lane the whole entire time. So what I'm trying to tell guys is do what you want to do. I'm not sitting here like I'm some fucking cult leader telling you exactly what to do. I'm telling you, do what you want to do. Look, do what you want. Oh, you just said. Stan just said that. But he started talking shit, but I'm going to read that too. But I'm just saying the first thing he said was what I said. He's still a bitch ass nigga, but the first thing he said was at least somewhat on track. But then he started becoming a dick rider, which lets you know that he's still pussy, just like his mom. But let me see. You said people are always chasing what they don't have, right? Yeah, exactly. No. I didn't say that. Never said that. Oh yeah, no, I did say that about yeah, I did say that. Yeah, people chase what they don't have. Yes, people want what they can't have. People, I said women, but yeah, people do it too. Guys do it. We all do it. Humanistic behavior. That's true. Yes. What's your question? No, I never worked at Panda Rosa. I don't know what that stupid shit is. Change Forever said, I can't stop trying to walk on the wall using physics. I think I need help. Man. Stan Dawson said, Prince, do what you want, King. This dude just giving you crumbs off his table because he ain't never accomplished nothing in his life. Go back to your basement, You need to sleep. Um, Listen, man, like I just got done telling Prince, man, I don't give a fuck if you think I'm whatever. I don't even give a fuck about you. I don't care, bro. Like I don't understand why people are trolls because I don't care. Like how you gonna troll somebody who don't care? If I saw you in real life, what? What if you saw me in real life, what? What? Finish your sentences like a big boy. I know your mom taught you how to eat your fucking the raviolis with the alphabets in it. So you know how to spell. Go ahead and say what you gotta say. And these the type of guys that's trying to convince you, Prince, not to follow me. They don't even know how to talk. If I saw you in real life, and Prince deleted them, you stupid dumb bitch. You got deleted by Prince. He got rid of you because he knew you was a fucking pathogen parasite bitch that had no merit in this channel. And that's the problem. You're dick riding somebody who doesn't even like you. And that's what I'm trying to tell Prince. Prince, understand this shit. I appreciate you for blocking that pussified you know, demonic spirit. But listen, it's all about that. Like what you just did is about blocking things that don't serve you. These guys are going to try to tell you not to follow me so that they can lead you themselves, but they're going to lead you in a way that's way crazier. They're going to lead you in a way where it's a hopeless battle 100%. And that's what they do. Always watch out for the person who's trying to tell you to do that shit. To the person that's trying to like behoove you and trying to like do that. Cause now these guys they're so weird that they're trying to make it a battle over you. You see how weird these guys are? They're not touching, sniffing any pussy to the point where they just tried to fight over you. Like that's crazy to me, bro. Like that's crazy. That he just tried to come in here and make it who you listen to out of me and him. In my channel. In my channel. Like the nigga don't even got his own shit. You and your mob Prince seem like wimps. Okay. You talk to my boy Stan like that again, you better come off. You better come and say that to my face. Fuck you think this is? Yo, Prince, get rid of him. If not, I'm just gonna get rid of him myself. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Shout out to Prince, man. I fuck with you, man. Get rid of these niggas, man. When they in here, because we periodically got these bugs that come through this shit, through this internet. And see, it's people like that you know what they try to do? They try to slow down the progress. Because this is a progressive channel. It's a low key channel right now, but it's progressive. And that's dangerous because there has to be some antibodies. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some antibodies. And it's all energy. Everything in life is energy. Where there's good, there's bad. You understand? And they're like, yo, who does this guy think he is to be telling people how to get women and blah 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 blah. I understand it. I would hate me too. I get it. But again, hate doesn't really get the ball rolling the way they think it do, and that's why they're frustrated. And that's why they're blocked. But when it comes to sexual tension, a lot of guys don't realize, Prince, why you retracted. When it comes to sexual tension, A lot of guys don't realize that a lot of women choose up before you even realize that they like you. Like a big portion of my life, Prince, like I've got a lot of women just by being myself and like you said, like by going to school and like by staying on track. That's really the hardest diss that these trolls throw at me. I'll give them that. When they bring up shit about like financial shit, that's the only way they could even get a response because I'm like, okay, I'm working on my financial shit a little bit. But when it comes to women, I'm not gonna listen because y'all don't get no pussy. Anybody who get pussy is not gonna come in here and talk foul. Niggas who get pussy don't do that. Y'all can't fool me. I grew up around guys who get pussy. So feel me like I just know a loser from a mile away. You feel what I'm saying? So they think they can come in here and troll. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Cause I'll get off of here before I entertain it. I'll get off of here and I'll go do some shit and probably land in some pussy way quicker than even being on here. I just wish she would go out for lunch and go kart riding with me. I don't know why it has to be so hard. Why? How is it hard? Like again, bro, how is it hard if you didn't try? I need a notebook, man. I don't lost and used all my notebooks up. That's another thing. Guys got to stop assuming that something is hard that they didn't never do or never. You didn't even enlighten the woman. You know what I'm saying? You gotta at least enlighten her before you can even make that statement. Because you predict something you can't predict. You understand what I'm saying, bro? You're trying to predict. And the worst part is you're predicting based off of her looks. You're trying to predict a reality off of a fake thought process. She never told you no in her life. She never told you no, not once in her life. So right now, you actually have an advantage. She never told you no. See, when I write shit down, when I talk, the shit I say becomes more profound. I'm not gonna hold you. So I just sometimes like take a little notes. But yeah, she never told you no. So how do you know if she never said no? Because she's gonna be like, I don't know you, but I was just gonna say I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I wanted to know if you'd be interested in going out Friday. What's wrong with that? I don't see nothing wrong with that. Friday night. There's nothing wrong with that. See, what you're dealing with right now is called insecurity. You're insecure about your history with women. History creates insecurity. Right now, you're a historian. You're a historian of Prince's Akashic Records. Your Akashic Records says that history repeats itself, and because I've gotten rejected before, that it has to happen today. The question you want to ask yourself is who's more likely to face their fears? Who's more likely? A guy who, again, it goes back to what I said earlier, a guy who talks to 15 women a day, Because trust me, I don't talk to 15 women a day. Sometimes I talk to 7, which is half of 14. That's literally like half. So like today, like I don't feel like going out there right now. So I'm probably gonna go out there and I'm probably gonna go out there. Sometimes I go out there and it'd be a little late out. It'd be a little late. So let's say 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Sometimes I stay in, I eat, I do push-ups. I don't really go outside. But I still make sure that I gain. So the question is, what you're saying, what you just said to me sounds like good. It sounds good enough for her to see your fucking point of view. You know what I'm saying, on what you're trying to get to go down. And that's literally the standard that you should live by as a man. If she can see what you're trying to do. If she can't see what you're trying to do, that's a sign that you need more game. So use that as a measurement. Always ask yourself, can she see? Do you think she could see based on what you said to her? Did you say enough to get her to see the direction that you're trying to take with her? Or did you not say enough? And that's a hard thing, because if you are learning game, you're going to realize that, because you also got a part of game where you got to listen to other niggas. Like, you should have some podcasts on your phone. You should have Spotify. You should have like different game, because when you listen to what other niggas say to girls, it's going to help you too, because you're like, damn, I see why she would not budge when I said it this way, because I said it in a way that's kind of like, oh, well, I kind of want to sleep with you, but I really don't really care if we do, which is kind of like timid in her brain. Like, the female brain is totally different than the male brain, right? So a woman could act timid with us and we're gonna be like, damn, I think a woman could walk past us and we're like, yo, the way she just looked at me, I think she wants the dick. A woman could think the same thing, like, oh, the way he looking at me, I think he likes me. But it's two different algorithms. Like, after that point, they have way less of a care if it goes down or not in 98% of situations. There's that 2% where it's like, nah, I gotta fuck that guy. But that's their own selfish, like, desire. Like, I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? This guy is the literal man of the fucking school. He's the man. So he's gonna eat regardless. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? So never compare yourself to guys that you're not, period. That's another thing. I think a lot of guys, they break their own self trying to be something they're not. You don't have to be anything you're not. You could be everything you are and still eat, heavily, just by swinging the bat more often and actually practicing your swing. That's literally all I preach. I don't know why these losers come in here trying to act like I'm trying to teach you some shit, some ludicrous stuff. Like that's just them being just some bitches. What's good, Emmy? How you feeling today? 55% of y'all said no, y'all don't feel old, and 45% said y'all feel old. Maybe you don't feel old. Maybe you're just an old fuck. But let me see. Let me see. And you said she's gonna say, "I don't know you," because she's gonna say, like, she's gonna be like, "I don't know you." Yeah, a lot of women run with that, like, "I don't know you." But if you know about game, there's something called objections. An objection is different than a rejection. An objection is just an excuse. A rejection is her saying, "No, nigga, no, I'm not attracted to you." But we know from science, most women are not going to some women will, like, if you talk to enough women, some women say, "Oh, I'm not interested." I've not heard that a lot of times last year. You know, like especially like again, because it could be a racial thing, it could be many different reasons. But hey, like you know, I'm not that attracted, and I respect those women more than the women that'll text you and then like be like, you know, whatever. Um, but objection and rejection, OR, reject, reject. You know, a judge says, well, no. A judge judges, but then the people in the court be like, I object, Your Honor. You know what I'm saying? It means I kind of disagree with this. Uh, so her saying, I don't know you like that, is not really rejection, which is in our nervous system as men, it's felt and it's absorbed as rejection because it's like from my perspective as a guy, bro, all my life, bro, getting all these bitches, bro, my brain is gonna naturally tell me like, oh nah, you're getting rejected right now. But that's because you're jumping the gun. You're assuming something she's not really because the way women's biology works is kind of different than our what our brain can interpret. Like, because it's now a science versus knowledge. Science, this is why I say it's your own insecurity, your history versus her truth. She doesn't have to sleep with you right now, and she doesn't have to like you right now. None of that. She doesn't have to do shit, but go to school and fucking take a shit when she get home. And that alone, it drives a basic fear in a lot of guys, a scarcity of it makes you feel like, yo, this the one girl I like out of all these girls. That's what I'm telling guys, break the curse of scarcity first by talking to more women. Once you realize you're not ugly, you're not weird, you know how to fuck whatever it is that you learn about yourself on that journey. Do you really care what Jennifer from your high school thinks about you? Like, it's not that big of a deal anymore. It's just not that. It's just not. It's never been a big deal. You start to see it clearly. Like she's not even the baddest bitch that I met this year, you know, or this month, or you know, it gets like that, and it's that serious. So your stagnated growth is her feeling like she's so sexy that you can't even talk to her. So your failure is her success. Your failure to talk to more women is literally her playing with her hair in the mirror another day and saying, "Oh, I got these niggas scared as fuck." Like just because you don't want to approach and like, because again, you don't have to like approach 20, 30, or even 15. Like you said, you could start with three to four, but you're going to get tired of that because 3 to 4 is not really. I mean, it depends. If you're a busy guy, then that's good. That's a perfect amount, but it just depends on how you make it make sense. Because then you got offline how you could approach women in stores and plazas, but then you got like uh, social media, Instagram. You got Hinge. I literally met a chick yesterday on Hinge. Um, I mean, Facebook dating. I meet chicks on Facebook dating damn near every other day. And yeah, so how can one woman ever be that important unless she really is actually important? At that point, she have to really show character. And I think that's what a lot of women they don't understand because they like to box every guy in. Like they do the same thing you do and they go off their past. Like, oh, in the past, this, and this has took place. And so I think I have enough experience to judge the whole cake. I've had crumbs of men, and I think I can judge every man through these crumbs. I can judge this cake through these crumbs. You kind of can, but you kind of can't in a way. Like I'm thinking, like if you eat a couple crumbs of a cake, you kind of can taste the flavor a little bit. But it's like again, what one woman doesn't find treasure, another woman does, bro. Like it's not like you can't really make somebody like you, and I think that's one of the hardest pills to swallow in the USA. Like Like you could go to the doctor and take aspirin, ibuprofen. You could take some shit for ADHD. You could take some shit, bro. You could take a bunch of pills, but you cannot swallow that pill of this bitch about to tell me no, and I liked her for more than 10 minutes. If you like somebody for more than 10 minutes, then it's kind of like you've invested emotionally into that. And that's the game, bro. That's the game. I was talking to somebody the other day on Instagram, and I told him, I said the game is about feelings. It's not even about logic. The game is literally about feelings. Like I told you earlier, a man shouldn't even have feelings. He shouldn't even be in his feelings. But the game is about feelings, because she's gonna like you based on how you make her feel. So it's about knowing how to make people feel and protecting your feelings. You know what I'm saying? But you right now, bro, you're not really protecting your feelings because you're open. You care what she thinks. Women are gonna try to tell you how to think. Even people who come in this chat is gonna try to tell me how to think. But in the midst of that, a real warrior is gonna ask himself every day, what the fuck do I think? In the midst of all of this noise around me, you know, you got your mom, you got your principal, you got your friends, you got layers, nigga. Layers of mayors. You got layers of judges and mayors trying to tell you who's who in this nation of life, who's what. Isn't it funny that when you get some peace and you get away from everybody, everything starts to be like, oh, this shit is easy. I just want to go to the gym, go to the store after, get some yogurt, and give this bitch a facial after. That's it. And if not, Pornhub maybe, but life is not difficult. The people on earth are extremely difficult. That's what I found out about this shit, bro. My life, I'm the most peaceful nigga. I'm like a fucking guru. I'm like a fucking a mystic. Like I could just chill. Like I promise you, the only thing make my life a little difficult, I don't got my own crib, don't got my own car. I promise you. And I got my own transportation, so I really just need my own crib, for real, for real. But peep game. So really, that's really all I need, for real, for real. And I really don't got to get my full own crib. I could just go on Facebook Marketplace and really just get a room, for real, for real. So really, my life is already, I would say, at 88% of kind of like where I need it to be. I just need that last little 20%. And what I'm basically trying to say, bro, is that life is not hard. It's not hard. People are hard, especially when you have zero game. That's what's happening in most cases. Because people will gatekeep game, women will play hide the pussy, and all of those things together will make you feel like you're not getting anywhere. But in reality, you're getting further than what people really want to explain to you or tell you. Like you'll have more people around you that'll tell you that what you're doing is not working, then they'll ever just be like, yo, I see what you're doing on YouTube, or I see this, I see that, man. That shit actually going good, bro. Good for you. Nah, that's unlikely. That's unlikely. They're more likely to say, why do you need, if anything, if they get tired of you asking them, they'll tell you, why do you need me to validate you so much? They'll rather gaslight you, man. Like, bro, think about that, bro. You supposed to spend your whole life tracking your own success, not tracking that bitch's beauty. That's where we going wrong, man. And certain dating coaches talk about this. Certain dating coaches talk about that type of content. Like they break the dating game down that way. And I respect those men. Cause they're absolutely fucking right. The more deeper I go into this shit, the more I'm like, nah, they're actually fucking right. Because it's like her beauty is her success. That's the literal thing that's gonna get her money, excessive dick, and excessive attention. And you walk up to her with your little poor ask for attention or love or whatever it is. That bitch don't give a fuck. Hold on. What's good, chat? Y'all still in here? Hold on, let me see. My grandma is gonna be pissed, but who cares? Pissed about what, bro? He said, oh. He said, Prince, listen to your grandma and stay a loser. Oh, nah. Dog looking at me from above. He said, I think so. So I should just ask her out and take my chance and don't get worried about my grandma getting pissed. What? Or should I just try to say what's up and a few times before I ask her out? Shit, man. If you like her, your grandmother don't got nothing to do with that. Bro, I don't get notifications when you go live. Yeah, I'm gonna start posting it more on my Instagram then. Or they trying to snake me then. They're trying to snake me. They're not trying to let people know I'm live. I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, bro. So should I try saying what's up to her a few times before asking her out? Because my grandma is going to be... Bro, stop bringing your grandmother up when you're in here, bro. No cap. With all due respect, my grandmother and your grandmother has nothing to do with the game. Don't bring no nut. See, and that's the problem, bro. Like, oh my God. Yeah, Prince, don't do that. Respect though. Nah, that shit crazy. Aaliyah said, if you're dating on social media, you aren't getting a good bucket. What you talking about? A good bucket is crazy. A good bucket. I'm getting a good bucket online and offline. What you talking about? You gotta mix it 50-50. Shoot your shot wherever you at. I said this in another video. You gotta be able to shoot your shot from all sides from every side of the court. There shouldn't be one shot that you can't pull off. Prince said, because I already feel she's not going to be interested. Exactly. You're in your feelings. Which is understandable, man. You don't have experience. A lack of experience will train you into what like you said, what your grandmother and the women in your family made you feel. Women feel like think they can't do certain, like, I can't explain, like, the feelings come from like a lack of like doing that shit. Like, because it's funny, like a woman will call you literally a man when they see someone that's doing something. But then if you're incapable of doing certain stuff, they won't see you as a man, they see you as a boy. Which explains exactly what I'm trying to say. That's why approaching 15 women a day is more powerful than what people are ever going to tell you. Because it's giving you a skill, it's giving you a craft, and it's a low-key a trade. It's an unspoken trade. Communication skills is a trade. Sometimes I don't feel like turning on this live stream, but this is actually my trade that I chose at the end of the day, if you think about it. And it's funny because YouTube work hilarious. YouTube work just like anything else. Is like, if you don't stay focused, just like school, you're not going to actually elevate. And if you look at it as just something you do sometime, you're going to fail. So you have to be business minded in order to even do half the shit that people claim they want to do. Sometimes I look at this shit as just like, oh, I take it serious, but I'm just doing it. But nah, this is really serious though, at the same time. Put in a certain amount of hours every day. Like, y'all see how earlier I said, if you can't approach 15 women, approach 7. But I also said, break that 7 in half. I mean, like, for instance, when it comes to money, like, you might want to even, for y'all who trying to get y'all money up, you might want to do like, because they tell us you got 24 hours per day, right? Every day is 24 hours. Truth is, you only got half of that because you sleep about 7 hours, right? Or 6 or 7 hours. You wake up and you probably lounge around a little bit. By the time you get out the house, you only got half of that 24, which is what? 12? So then you only got to break down 12. 12 broken down twice is 6. So you got about 6 hours to really talk to women and do everything you're doing, and then you got the other 6 to kind of focus on like your like money and shit like that. So people really think they got a lot of time on earth, but they really only got a small window to actually be who they say they are, if that makes sense. So if you don't see that, you're not gonna perform that, period. In the discussion. Hold on, let me see. So what I wait before I go on, what I'm trying to say is if you're trying to get your money up, you should spend 3 hours a day focusing on jobs and then 3 hours a day focusing on side hustles. And if you do that for the next 3 months, anybody listening could get more money. But if you don't set it up structurally, it'd be harder to even get money, let alone keep money. Because I know when I get a little bit of money, I'm naturally gonna spend that shit. I've been doing better lately, but it's just like because the way I'm thinking. So you can't just get things in life. You gotta manage and maintain. I'm gonna make a video on that, manage and maintain. A lot of people are just blind. Like if you think about it, like same thing go for women. You can't just get women. You gotta manage and maintain. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, Prince. Yeah, you understand that you like her, but you don't understand the real depths of a relationship. And people say, "Oh, you're a dating coach," and then try to laugh and shit. Nigga, I understand this shit better than y'all. He said, "Cause I already feel she's not gonna be interested if I even ask her out Friday night, but I think she would like a guy asking her out. But then again, maybe I'm in my head too much." No, you're definitely in your head too much. I still be in my head about certain shit. I still be in my head about certain shit, bro. Some people are overthinkers and some people are not. Period. End of story. You got to figure out which one you are because you're likely not just like that with just women, but also like just in general. I look at overthinking as a part of the game because if someone could make this, like I just said, bro, if you are alone, you're less likely to think about like what people think about you because you're alone. But when you get in front of a group of people, it's more likely that your brain starts to signal to you like, yo, it's other people around. They might think this about you, or they might think that about you. And that's when you start to move differently. Peace. What's good, L? My boy Spark. Nah, I'm gonna call you, yeah, Spark. Spark into infinity. I'm gonna call you Spark, L Spark. L Spark in the motherfucking chat. What's good, bro? My guy. Hold on, let me see. Will, been a minute. What's Guam? What Guam, bro? What Guam? Know what I'm saying? What Guam? What's good? What's good? What's good? He said, I have to be around a girl longer than a month to feel some sort of connection. Yeah, that's why earlier I said 3 months. That's a season. At least one season. 1 season, 3 months. Like right now, we're in the first, right? I think we're in the first month of spring, I think. I think so. I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. So if I was to meet a chick today, I'll take her up through there for the whole April, May, January, February, March, April, May, and then June. I think July starts summer, August, July, August. I don't know, man. This shit, I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, 3 months makes up a season. So like my boy said, man, a connection, listen, I could form a connection within probably a week, but that connection can get bigger. And really, it's not even about time, it's about frequency. Like, I think a lot of people get this wrong too. Like, so that's the same reason why two people can meet for the first day and be like, damn, I feel like I knew this motherfucker all my life. And Mystery talks about that. The pickup artist, he talks about that. It's called instant connection. I related to that thing he said because everybody don't met somebody before and felt like they knew that motherfucker. So I knew what he was talking about. But it does take game to make that happen. You can consciously make that happen. You understand what I'm saying, bro? So just think about that. I could meet a chick right now and I could say the right set of words that bring about a feeling that's like, yo, I feel like I knew this nigga all my life. Opposed to my boy Prince in here says that he's in class with a girl. You could be right amongst somebody on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, and they swear to God that they would never sleep with you, and they swear to God that they don't know you. That's what he said. He said, she's gonna say, wait, hold on, what did my boy say right here? Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna literally read what I'm saying, and so I like to read what y'all say when I say it, so it make more sense. He said, cause she's gonna be like, I don't know you, but I was gonna say, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but bro, think about it. She's in your class, so the truth is you don't know each other. I'm trying to get y'all to see something real quick. So what's the difference between knowing somebody and not knowing somebody? I guess that's the question. My whole theory is I believe people never know each other. I genuinely believe that. Like it could be your son, it could be your daughter, it could be you really don't know nobody. You really don't know nobody. You really don't know nobody until you just do, like until it's complete. You only know somebody once you know somebody complete. Like, you really don't know. So here's the question. Can you build a connection with somebody you don't know? And let me flip that around. Can you not know somebody you've built a connection with? That's really the juxtaposition of like what's going on, because in reality, I believe two people come together when they are both ready to. So like some people, they might have ran into somebody they already like, but they didn't go to therapy ahead of time. So then they got their guard so up that they basically met their soulmate, but it just didn't. It's not that it didn't work, it's just that it can't work. Because that person's not receptive to that. That person is not healed. So they're not even open to the fucking shit that the person's saying. Or a woman, prime example, she might not want a guy to really lead her like that, which is something you see commonly in certain areas. But a woman may be mad that a guy even bring up sex, or that a guy is even bringing that shit up. Like her reaction is a crash out. This is a moment. This is my big moment to crash out on a nigga. Not even realizing that may be a stupid thing. Just like anything else, your nervous system may trigger, you may be triggered by a thing. And, like if I come from a hostile environment and I'm going to a modeling agency, I'm about to win. I'm about to be somebody, they think I look good, whatever. But then I show my attitude that I got from my mom. And then they're like, fuck this guy, man. We don't need this motherfucker. That's the danger of not, I guess, healing or whatever, or miscommunication or whatever we want to call it. But I really believe that, again, guys, I'm trying to just give awareness of why I believe like a lot of connections don't really connect. They don't really connect. You know what I'm saying? Don't really connect, because a person has to be open to connecting. Like as a man, I would never take on a feminine position of like, oh, well, she could just lead me. I'll close my eyes and you lead the way, babe. Like, yeah, I know that's adorable and that shit is like on MTV and on VH1 and shit, but like, I'm not doing that. Let me see. And it sounds masculine too, but it's just something that I'm not doing that. Now, like again, everything's about communication though. Because really, it's really the way that the two people communicate, not the one person communicate. So we all could actually do some healing, if I'm being honest, but I wouldn't even call it healing. I don't like that fucking word. Some reconfiguration. Reconfiguration. Let me see. Like my boy said, I already feel she's not going to be interested. You got to reconfigure your own emotions. You should not feel something that is not happening. Even if it's even an expectation that she's gonna say yeah, you shouldn't feel that she's gonna say yeah, because when she don't, you're gonna feel stupid. You shouldn't feel nothing. You should be indifferent. You should be unbiased. That's hard though for somebody who does not talk to a lot of women. That's why people think I'm just saying talk to 15 women a day because it sounds cool. Nah, you got to reconfigure your whole shit so that when you say something, it's indifferent. It's like, damn, I don't know. This motherfucker right here. Let me see. So yeah, to L Spark, he said he has to be around a girl longer than a month to feel some sort of connection. And I would even ask you, L, like, what do you mean to feel some sort of a connection? What is a sort of a connection? What do you mean by a sort of a connection? What does that mean? I see what you're saying. I feel you. I actually feel you. A month though? A month to feel a connection? I feel you though. A month is kind of like a good limit time. But like connection. Cause you got connection and then you got like respect. Like, but if I respect you, then that's gonna make me feel connected. But if I feel connected, then I'll probably respect you, if that makes any sense. I think most guys look for a woman that they could respect. I think every relationship is built on respect. But love is like secondary. Like I can't respect a woman that is kind of like, it ain't even about being a woman. I just don't respect ignorance. Because it kind of like, I feel like ignorance is responsible for a lot of destruction. Like, so like a person, if you tell them to do something and they just don't do it just because you told them to do it, that's ignorance in a woman. Like that genuinely, especially for a woman. Like, but like a guy I see like why a guy would do that. Cause he like, nigga, you ain't my dad, nigga. But a woman that thinks that thought needs instant therapy because nobody's going to really, not only are they not going to stick around, they're not even going to be able to stick around unless they're a sucker. So she's literally only at that point available for suckers. Like, let me see. Prince said, last time I checked, at least 35 people have given me advice on this girl. No, that's crazy. Hold on, let me see. I don't know, man. I think I should just ask her out and take my chances. Yeah, man. You ain't got nothing to lose. You ain't got nothing to lose by asking her out, man. And when you ask somebody out, it's either yes or no, man. But I remember being in like middle school or like even I don't think in high school I didn't have as much fear in high school, bro. Like, and when I was in Job Corps, I didn't really have fear at all. Like, so that just go to show y'all my roadmap of my situations. Taneria was good. She said, so true. My anxiety was like that last year. She said, I broke those chains last year, bruh. They don't respect anything, warlocks. Wait, explain that, Tenaria. What you talking about, warlocks? I had to catch up a little bit to the chat. I always got to catch up because I read slow. I kind of do it on purpose, but don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? But y'all give me things to, what's the word? I don't want to say expand on because that sound Paul, but it's another word for expand. It's not exaggerate. I guess I am kind of exaggerating a little bit, but y'all give me, a topic point, a talking point to express my viewpoints, man. How does warlocks tie into this though? Say they don't respect anything. I guess you're right to a degree. It's keeping you locked in the war for sure. That's all I know. It's keeping you locked into a certain type of war for sure. When you are just simply trying to get to know a woman and then you try to get to know her sexually and then she's kind of gonna crash out. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But if you're trying to crash out cause I brought up sex, then you're not that attracted to me. It's okay. And the truth of the matter is, man, I always try to tell guys one simple fact. Never get hung up on what you can't get. Again, again goes back to the very the initial thing. What's good, Jesse? It goes back to the initial thing, right? If you want what you can't have, you're going to get played all the time, as a man, especially. Like a woman can kind of do that shit. I'm not even going to lie. Like a woman could kind of want what she can't have a little bit. They can afford it at least. As a man, and it's the hardest, I believe this to be the hardest part of what people are calling game. You really can't afford to sit around and try to want something that don't want you back. If you do that, it's like you setting yourself back, bro. You setting yourself back. It's like staying back in school. You about to spend a whole nother year being the same person. So the second a girl lets you know that she's not really, you gotta really understand your move on game. Your move on game gotta be strong. Your move on game gotta be strong. Your move on game gotta be strong. Like my boy Prince in here talking about, I already know she gonna say this. I already know what she gonna say to me back. I know she not gonna be interested. And that's just one woman, bro. That's just one woman, bro. And that's what I try not to do. I try not to assign any form of specialness. Subconsciously, that's what we do. We assign specialness to people who did not do anything to be special. And that's I think that's like biology low key, because like biologically, there's a part of you that's always gonna try to find special. It's gonna always try to just tell you that this person is special. Like, and that's I would have even argued that's a curse, you know what I'm saying? Like to continuously think that someone's special every year or every time. Cause I've done seen, bro, like people will literally gaslight themselves into that shit. Like I do it all the time, bro. I'll go right like today. I'll go if I do, I'll go to Stop and Shop. And out of the women in that vicinity, I don't know, vicinity or vicinity, vicinity. I will literally, my mind will literally create a top-notch girl. Your brain will literally create a top-notch in any place you go. Any place you go on earth, like your brain will create a top-notch. Now, I was asking you, Tanera, what you meant when you said warlocks. That was interesting. But like I said, I could go to 5 different places today, and my brain will create a special girl. I don't think a lot of guys realize that. Your brain will create the scenario. Your brain creates the scenario before the scenario is even a real scenario. Oh, you saying guys that don't care are warlocks? That's what you're trying to say? What you mean 32? You say y'all ghosted each other? What's up with that? Went through COVID together. I was just wait. Went through COVID together. I was wild, but I pushed through. Lost aunties before and after. Met my love in 2020. So I just don't understand why the person didn't understand me. I stream every day in Single Mother. You stream every day? That's your name on here, Tanera? What's your name? What's your YouTube name? Your streams on YouTube? Emmy, what's good? Make sure you Taneri, follow me on Instagram. Hit the link in the bio on my channel. Link in the bio on my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. And then send me one of your streams. Emmy, what's goody? What's goody? Babylon, what's good? Teach me how to get a woman. Go outside and just say excuse me and then open up that conversation. You know what I'm saying? To make it a simple template for you guys who want to start a conversation. I can't teach you. Well, I could teach you if you join the Patreon, or again, if you follow me on Instagram, link is in the description. I could teach you step by step, but not here, not now. I mean, you got to ask more specific questions. I mean, every woman is like a different fish. Do you catch them all differently? They're not the same. Like, it's not one way. In my experience, it's not really one way. Now there is a way. There is a one way, but that one way doesn't guarantee that whatever type of woman you're specifically talking to is going to actually be hooked by that one way. Basically, yes, nothing else. I don't want to give them another name. What you mean? Oh, you saying that's what they are, warlock? Yeah, like if you give them, why don't you want to? Again, I think another name would be more healthy. Because every guy that's trying to, I don't know how you even connected that to what I was saying though, because I'm not telling guys to do that per se, but the word warlock implies has a connotation to it of like a negative connotation. So like a guy who is my question to you, Tanira, would be, how does that connect to like what I'm saying? Like, what did I say to make you say that? I was trying to finish my anniversary numbers, that's all. And I was being on the first time in Gaslight. Blood. My main name is Blood Ray. I'm gonna see what you. Let me see what you're talking about. It says you can Google it, but I don't take it serious anymore. I just do my thing now and go with the flow. You should just make YouTube videos and go live. Pull your camera out, record a video on YouTube. I don't know. You can even go live on Instagram. I mean, there's many different ways that people like to feel comfortable. I think it's more about comfort than it is about even what people try to make content. People try to make content about money or views, but it's really about comfort level. Because the more comfortable you are, the more connections you make. The more connections you make, the more views you get. The more views you get, the more money you make. And it's all kind of one big snowball effect. So I think like that's why like I'm thinking about going live on Instagram soon, but I just be like, nah, Instagram kind of mid. It's kind of mid when it comes to like it's just mid to me. Like I don't think it's mid in general. It's mid to me. Like to some people, YouTube is mid and Twitch is where it's at. But some people like, nah, I'm going back to YouTube. I'm not doing Twitch no more. So I just think I fell in love with YouTube a while ago, so that's why I'm consistent. Cause I don't mind going on TikTok live. I don't mind, switching that shit up sometime. But I just think that you gotta have one place that you definitely frequent the most. That's my opinion. I never got his support. Now a lot of women complain about that. That the guy that they like, it was some chick I was talking to like last year, and she definitely was saying something like that. Like that her boyfriend was a hater basically, which was funny to me because it's like I don't know, it's just funny to me. Um, I wasn't laughing in her face, but it's just like it's crazy because it's like I don't understand how that happens, but it happens sometimes. But some women be bossed up, and I think to like what degree are you bossed up? I think that can play with the nodule of like respect, but it's like again, man, a woman just has to respect you, man. It's no way to cheat that shit. It's not gonna be money. It's not gonna be licks. It's not gonna be fame. It's not gonna. She just gotta respect you, bro. Like, and again, man, it's like if she don't, she don't, bro. Like, it ain't even nothing to talk about. If you find yourself talking about the fact that she doesn't respect you, then it's cooked. The average guy is scared to lose things, and it's like you have to be just as willing to walk away or more than she is. Like, and I think that is not the average guy's truth at all. It's just not his truth. He just doesn't walk that life. He doesn't live that life. Thank you for the likes. He doesn't live that life. And thank you for the gift to Dan. The average guy doesn't live that life. He doesn't really feel that way. Like, yo, I could just walk away and everything gonna be straight. And the average guy doesn't study like what's usually going on in my life or in a guy's life that allows for him to even act like that. And, it's like two different people. You got guy A and guy B. And I think more guys should study the psychology and the energy. Is psychology and energetics behind this shit that will allow a guy to fly. Like a guy not gonna sit there and walk on the ground if he could fly. If we could fly, you think I'm gonna ask somebody to build me a car? Why the fuck would I do that stupid ass, human ass, average ass shit, right? So the old saying goes, eagles don't fly with what? Forgot how that shit go. I mean, eagles they don't fight. The whatchamacallit. They just fly higher. Every woman that shows you disrespect is basically saying, I don't see you as an eagle, nigga. And so the only way she'll ever see it is to fly higher. But guys would rather take this route. Oh, instead of flying higher, I'm gonna try to show her that, I'm perfect. Or that we should, I'm gonna try to fit into her viewpoint of what perfection is. Like, think about that. Like, it's just chicks I'm talking to right now that I had to really tell them, like, listen, I'm not trying to be your man. You know what I'm saying? Like, not yet. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, I'm not about to rush into no shit just like on some like young minded shit, like you know what I'm saying? And that, like I said, the average guy is scared to set that standard because he just don't feel like he's gonna run into more. Like he's just not living in abundance. He's not really genuinely doing that. And like I tell y'all, everything's about experience. You could do more with less. You don't even need a lot of women to do that thing that I'm talking about. You could turn down a deal at any moment. You know what I'm saying? And the older you get, the more deals you probably turn down. Cause you'll realize that when you're young, you was fucking stupid. But why not start now, fellas? I mean, I'm 30, but for you guys that's, I don't even think I got a booger on my nose. I think I got one of it, just like some like, you got some like a little flake or some shit. Like that shit is annoying. Like fucking up my video, man. But yeah, that's how a woman is that don't like you. She like a little flake. She try to stick around just enough, but she really don't really like you. She's like a little flake. It's like, damn, you really just, man, I gotta flick you. And I'm telling you, it's just not even that crazy. It's just the energy that you have to understand. Like I told you, for every guy that walks away from a woman, I wrote it on the back of this plate. You got guy A and you got guy B. Guy A, you gotta study guy A if you don't got no game. So what would James Bond do when a woman is playing games? James Bond, he would have a different psychological, he would have a different psychological experience when it's happening. And then his energy is gonna be different. So he's just not gonna, based on that A1 and A2. A1 is his psyche is gonna be better than yours. And then A2 is his energy, because his psyche is better, is going to make his energy behave differently. And his energy is going to be like, oh, all right, well then good. I mean, I'm just going to go my own way and go kill some more people and do some more missions. I'm not really going to think about what I can't do. And because through, again, it has to do with growth, because as you get older and more mature, it's kind of like your viewpoint becomes hardened and you can't see it outside of that viewpoint. You only can see what matters. That's what makes a nigga zeroed in, like even older basketball players or whatever skill it is. It's like they've been doing that shit so long, they can't even see something that they don't need to be looking at. So that's what's gonna make guy A such an alpha. Guy B is gonna think the same thought. He's gonna at least try to. He's gonna be like, well, I need to be flying higher. I need to be like the eagle. You know what I'm saying? But he's kind of stuck just with those thoughts and those beliefs. He don't really live that way. There's no action. There's no follow through with it. He's not really gonna cut her off and really move on. He's not really moving on. And so it's kind of like it's a dysmorphic, it's a dysmorphia of what it should have been. Cause he's not stupid, he's just not gamed up. But see, in this battlefield, you don't need to be stupid. You just need to not be game the fuck up. And that's gonna be enough. That's enough for you to not have a good life. It's literally enough for you to not have a good life. People think game is a game. Like, oh, he's talking about game. He's playing games. That's how ignorant people are. Remember, I told you ignorance is unattractive to me. So even a woman that hears the word game and she's like, oh, this guy's running game. Oh yeah, I don't want nothing to do with no stupid woman. You think that just because I use the word game, that I'm actually playing a game? Game is to ensure that you're not playing games. Because the average kid is gonna play a game. That's how I look at game. Game is it's just a word. But what it really is a strategy to not be played. Because you realize everybody's going to play a fucking game. Kids play games. They grow up playing video games, toys, whatever. There's not much difference between a 3-year-old girl and an 18-year-old girl, besides the fact that she got older. And when I say that, I'm saying like her brain, she still thinks and feels, which is even deeper than thinking. I mean, she feels like the world is like, oh well, I could just turn niggas down all the time, and I could just act like I'm gonna age gracefully when I'm really not, and I could just do anything. But it's like when she meet a guy that's genuinely not playing with her, like he's just standing on what he say, then it's like they gotta try to manipulate you. So game helps you not get manipulated. If you ask me, I mean, everybody probably got their own definition of game or whatever. And again, it's easy to get manipulated. I think I need to make a whole video on that because you could get manipulated when that woman is not even near you. And the reason why I say that is because, like bro said, he's imagining her rejecting him. Your imagination is more powerful than some of the stuff you physically done on earth. Like, all jokes aside. Like, you can literally live the rest of your life just remembering things and imagining things from the past. You don't even have to live the last X amount of years you got left. You could just wake up every day and live in a false reality and imagine shit. That's how powerful and how thorough the brain really is. Um, it was weak as shit, but I still was his girl. I'm a do me though. Like my yeah, nah, for real. That's all it is. Stay focused, stay on point. And like you said, it's weak as shit. That's facts. That's why I had to laugh at it. It's like it's weak. Like it's like, bro, like it's a little bit too weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, man, all of that shit is emotions, and it's come from mom and how you feel growing up about yourself and just different dynamics. So I don't really try to judge, but it is funny like that somebody's hating on their girlfriend. Like, those two are different names. I got the first one from a game name, and my nickname, my dad named me Tenaria. Trenaria. It's a nice name. I see the vision. I see the vision on that. I see the vision on that. Hash Brown, what's good? What's good with you? Talk to me, Hash. How you feeling? She said my dad called me Nera. So now it's B Rainaria. Because he likes Blade and I like vampires. Blood Rain is a vampire game. I like Blade too. I like that. I like the movie Blade as well. That was actually low key one of my, I wouldn't say favorite movies, but it was a movie that was always in the crib and stuff like that. It was a good movie. I don't personally like vampires, but I do think they're kind of respectable in their own way. My stomach don't even hurt. Like I'm randomly getting hit with like this woozy ass feeling. Like I might need to slow the fuck down. We've been live for 3 hours. Um, we'll go live again later. If not, I'll drop a video or something. Hi, she still in here? Who in here? Drop a one if you in the chat. I got a question for whoever's put a one in the chat. I actually got a great question. I usually don't have good questions, but I got one. I'm gonna put it right here. If I don't get the good answer that I'm looking for, I'm gonna just come back and make another video and then do the same thing. I'm gonna come back, make another video and do the same thing. This plate mad greasy right here. But yeah, to keep going with what we was talking about, your brain will automatically do that to you when you go into an environment. It'll create a top-notch woman in your head. Like if I go to like, say I go to like a thrift store in like an hour and I approach one woman, your brain is gonna do some like math, like unconsciously, and it's gonna tell you like, hey, because your brain works in like kind of like in averages. It doesn't really do math. Like your unconscious works in averages. Like it says what's most likely. It does that. Like it calculates what's likely. It doesn't square anything away. And that's why tracking your results is kind of like a thing, because if you don't track it, then your brain will just say, oh, well, it'll calculate like oh, you got rejected once. That must mean you're a loser. And you only approach one woman. So it's going to spit that out to you simply for the simple fact that less is more. In the unconscious, less is really more. Less is actually more. So a lot of this game that people talk about, it just boils down to psychology. It really is psychology. Oh, if she doesn't like me, then I'm not really attractive. The question now is, what is attractive? What actually makes a man attractive? Because for woman A, it's going to be a different thing, and for woman B, it's going to be something different. So the excitement of going outside and approaching, it dies. Because you've already figured that you're beneath effort. Imagine that. You're beneath effort. You're beneath effort. All right, no one's in here. Video over, I guess. That's my cue. I'm gonna come back with that same question later. What should I make a video about next? But I already got my video right now, and I think it's what I just lastly said. So we're about to go ahead and drop a video. Game Like Will, it's your boy, man. Love all y'all who came in here, especially my moderators. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Shorty that dropped that 15 in the chat. Appreciate you. Let's keep going crazy. Let's keep making shit make sense. And let's keep going hard. I'm gonna see you on the next video, man. I'm out, man. Game like Will.